Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to the holiday aftermath. Hope everybody had a great Christmas or whatever.
Oh, that reminds me.
Ours was busy, hectic, and fun. Hoping that everybody else had a similar experience. And if not, here's your opportunity to gripe, I suppose, or to revel or relive some of those memories, even though they were just 24 hours ago. So, how was your Christmas, brother? Crafting? Hello? He was here a minute ago. So, uh, Justin should be joining us unless something happened to him. Bo said he might drop by. Everybody else, you know where the link is if you want to come in and join us. Raven went to go, I think, get some more cake and bourbon. So, she'll get here when she gets here.
Yep.
Typical women. So how was your Christmas?
Pretty good. I didn't hear everything you said. I had to take off to get something. To actually get my present. I'll wait till Justin shows up to show it off.
Oh, okay.
One of my presents. I got one of them simple. I got a whole bunch of. We do a Christmas gift exchange.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's an excellent story for that. It is absolutely awesome. But I ended up with 2 bags, huge, like 3-pound bags of candy. And my fat ass does not need that much candy. My dad is like, I'll take one. Like, go right ahead. One I'm not giving up because it's one of my favorite candies. But the other one is like, yeah, I don't need that much toffee.
I specifically asked for 0 chocolate. It's the only kind of candy I really eat.
Well, it was a gift exchange, so it was by random. My own fault, too, for picking it up because I have to go pick the present myself.
Well, them's the breaks, I guess.
Yeah, that's one of those moments. That's the breaks. That's my own fault. Worst part is I had a potential of getting a power tool, but it's like it didn't feel fair to grab because I knew for a fact that was a power tool because the 3 same presents that came from that person were power tools. So it's like I know if I grab that, it'll be a power tool. Do I take advantage? No, I'm better than that. We'll just take the one I have no idea what's in it.
I don't know. It depends on if you needed a power tool. That would have been fair.
The one I needed was taken first, so.
Yeah.
And the one that came out, automatic tire inflator, it's like, that's just lazy.
And you don't have a car, so.
No, I don't.
I there is a power tool I'm looking for. It's a miniaturized table saw.
Oh, I have not seen one in person, but I've seen a couple of those. I've looked at a couple of them, thinking about getting them. Problem is I don't have. They'd be great for this tiny space if I had a place to store it outside of this tiny space.
Mm-hmm. There's Justin. Jackie and I have always had bad luck whenever we make a craft that uses wood, like popsicle sticks and craft sticks. I've had a couple of different hand saws.
How are ya? Hey, how are ya? Ha 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 ha.
Welcome to the show, Justin.
What?
I think he's showing off his Christmas gift.
Yep, for my sister.
Let me blow that up so everybody at home can see it.
Mind you, I can't wear my glasses, so I can't see shit.
Is it
it's a mask.
A cat skull?
No, it's a wolf skull.
A wolf
Nice.
skull?
It's much harder to see. Let me see if I twist the light. Oh, that's not much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's
You need backlighting, not front lighting.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's a little better.
That'll scare the shit out of some kids during the holidays, I'm certain.
That's funny because I was just deciding not to renew my Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And as I was canceling it, you know how they put that list of stuff at the bottom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a wolf's head pelt for $30. So if you
That
want
is
to
kind
put
of
some
funny.
fur back on that, it's like
I might.
$30 on Amazon.
Nice.
I might.
I'm
This
actually
is
gonna go on Amazon after the show and get myself some on the air signs because certain people here don't realize that I'm on the air and
yeah. This is a this mask is I recognize this as being because I've done a little bit of research. This would be 3D printed initially, but they then cast it in a type of plastic.
Yeah, that's not hard to do.
No, but it's really good quality. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
am
know you can barely
actually
hear that, but
I'm actually working on the gift Jackie got me for Shadows of Brimstone,
nice.
which was the Scafford Highwaymen, which are a bunch of you know Western banditos or
Oh yeah,
bandits, not really banditos,
I remember
but
that
they have a
video.
bunch of alternating heads. A lot of them which are like mind flayer tentacle faced heads.
Yep.
And the really cool thing about this little set, it's only 6 minis and 3 sprues, but each sprue has 4 heads.
So you got spare
Yeah.
heads then.
Yep, and at least 2 of them are
Well,
tentacle
Shadow
faced.
Productions ought to love that. Spare heads is always good.
Nice. Uh,
Uh,
so
yeah.
I'll have at least what 4, 8, 12.
But
I'll
yeah,
have 6 spare heads to work with, and you know 6 heads are better than 2, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
but yeah.
that's what I like about the Frostgrave and I guess the Stargrave 2 kits. Always
Mhm.
have like 4 times as many heads as you need, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So
Yeah,
you need a little diorama or piece of terrain that has lots of mounted severed heads
Yep.
someday.
oh yeah, definitely. That actually be kind of fun to do. But I actually have a great story for Christmas. Okay, as I was telling Shadow, we do a Christmas present swap thing up at the house. It's weird. It's supposed to be take whatever present you want, but each of us just goes up and takes a present at random, and we keep the one we got. So no need to go deep into the rules. But I took up, as I said before, that the box of miniatures that I got from Cal, some 2 boxes of starter paints, Fanatics and Speed paints, brushes, dry brushes, and a couple of paint palettes. I forgot to put in some spray primers, which bugs me, but anyway, I didn't know who that was going to go to. And at the end, I kind of lost confidence in the present right on the last day, going, is this really something somebody's going to want?
Hmm.
I don't know. I get there. I wait to the end. I'm feeling slightly like, was it a good idea? And then the guy opens the present and who did this? Who did this? Me. I have been looking into getting this exact stuff for about 5 months now.
Nice.
Uh huh. Literally the perfect present.
Love when that happens. Love when that happens.
Yeah.
So you get anything spiffy this year?
Hmm.
Hey you.
Me?
Yeah, you get anything cool?
Nah.
Nah.
I got fruitcake, exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Fruitcake. Well, if that's
Yeah.
what you wanted,
So
then
Justin, you've been enjoying Boxing Day?
I took a really, really long nap.
yeah.
I did not get to do that. I was up very late writing until the wee hours. I
I thought
wrote
about doing that.
I
Just you
wrote
got to
about
be
20
happy with me.
pages last
Sorry.
night, and I
Ooh.
was really happy writing that sort of thing as opposed to the other sort of thing because I had been waiting for the arena scene, where they all fight and do all
Yeah.
that stuff.
You definitely need to find something that you can listen to your text through, because trust me, it'll give you a whole new world on how you write.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you the exact same critique I gave crafting the other day. Is it,
Yeah, I
it,
haven't
it
been doing that as much as I should lately, but I've been, especially with this last bit right here, I've been trying to pound this out, so I haven't had time to really go back and listen to it properly.
Yeah, no, I'm talking to Shadow right now.
All right.
Um,
Oh, right. Sorry.
because I listen to it. You get a better sense of like the tone of things when you listen over read, because when you read you fill in gaps in your mind more,
Mhm.
uh, which is good for like building the ambiance for things. But it really sounds like you're listing things off. Like you've got DM fever.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming it's mostly because you've spent four millennia DMing.
Right. And
Uh,
it is my first draft.
yes,
And
but it's to keep in mind that there are a lot of things that I started noticing it more after the weapon selection scene that I mentioned to you the other day. Or
uh-huh.
I think I put it in the notes for the thing. Doesn't really matter. Uh, but very listically, like events are laid out as a sequence instead of described as things happening. Hey, Bo, how are you doing?
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
Oh,
Just gonna switch my camera.
I got I got a joke I
Yeah,
put into the
you got a booger, bro. Right
dirty
there,
book.
you got a booger.
I got an awesome. I got what I think is an awesome joke in the dirty book. As I said, or as I said, like Monday or something like that. I have a technically a animal transgender in my book since it's a knoll. It she's there. She exists. You'll have to deal with it.
Sorry, Bo. I got these
It's
guys
what
writing
came to mind.
smut because I thought it was funny, and it's got a rye.
Hey.
As well. Uh, at one point, the that particular character says, "I don't fuck men. That's gay."
Testes, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Hey, squirrel, how you doing?
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Squirrel?
squirrel!
Hey, dude. Sorry I missed your live stream the other day. Uh, I didn't realize it coincided exactly with Justin's show, and I will get around to watching it. So I've been, the holidays and stuff. But I have caught all your shorts and things like that when I, could spare a moment from the holiday madness. You want to pop in? You know where the link is, man. It's been forever since we've got to speak face to face and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Bo, you missed my mask earlier.
I missed your mask.
Yes, my sister got me this really awesome black with gold trim. I guess it's really hard to explain the way the gold is put on there, but it's really beautiful. It's a nice solid plastic. It does not flex. It does not flex in a way that makes it feel as good. It's brittle, and it's also got a good
Uh-huh.
solid sound to it. And it's definitely not one of those straight up furry masks. This looks more like almost like a ceremonial death mask, actually.
It's got a touch of furry to it.
A
That
touch of furry. Can you
It's,
have just
it's
a touch
gotta
of...
You
help.
Is that like
you
being just a
can't
little bit
help
gay?
it.
It's a little bit furry.
Hey, I just admitted I'm writing a she-male in my book. If that's not at least a little bit gay by in and of itself, I don't know what is.
Well, it depends on who
You
you
call it
ask,
all
right? I
right,
mean,
so.
she identifies as female.
Technically, no, it's a knoll, therefore a hyena woman, and I'm going off the biology of a hyena.
Does the hyena have a penis?
Female hyenas have a penis, yes, and science has yet to fully explain what the fuck it's for.
Well, there
I,
you
I,
go.
I don't even know what to say
This
other
is the
than
character he's
Squirrel.
putting in
Help
his
me out
book.
here.
It's in the book. She's
Yeah.
not a main character.
Oh wait, someone is here. Is that
No, no,
Squirrel?
no. I put something up.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the
Hold on.
character he's putting in his book.
That's more like shadow, really. That's what a shadow's made
No,
of.
no, not even a little. Get this abomination off my screen. Oh, what
I
the?
was just scrolling Reddit and saw that as he was talking, and I was like,
They were very
I'm putting
suspect.
it up there. These guys gotta see this. This is
Right, yeah,
hilarious.
there's nothing good has ever come from Reddit.
This is true,
Yeah.
but things that are fun have come from Reddit. See previous post.
The, Justin's confused. He equates depravity with humor.
Yes, I do.
I've been known to do so from time to time. It's not my go-to, but
It is mine.
yeah, right. I mean, you're the reason we're writing what we're writing. So
Actually,
We
this
need
is not
Jackie here
true.
to
You are.
balance
No.
things out.
no, I had nothing to do with that.
That is a lie. That is a
So they
We-
call
technical
a
lie.
priest.
Justin and I made a joke. You took us literally.
Sometimes with you
And I
guys,
ran with it.
it's the safest course of action. I've learned over the last year that when you think they're kidding, they're probably not. When you think they're serious, they're probably not. So, Bo, you have a good Christmas. Squirrel, you have a good Christmas out there, guys.
Well, I got a little bit of painting done, which
Nice.
has been super rare lately. So I'm going to work on actually taking this mini out of the ass space tonight if I can. When it's stuck, I've got we've got most of the base coats down. So once you got the base coats down, then the fun starts. The highlighting, the contrast, the shadows, all the stuff that makes it.
Oh
And
man,
then
hold on.
Yeah.
I haven't even started the base yet, but I was trying to. I knew that my in-laws had a roll of window screen in the garage that they weren't using. I was going to chop off a big piece of it to use for some city urban rebel basing, and I forgot to get it last time I was over there. So, but I've got plenty of other stuff to make.
Is that Julie Newmar?
Yes, that is Julie Newmar.
Thank you. I guess that's my Christmas gift from you to me.
Catwoman, huh?
I don't know.
Everybody needs more Julie Newmar.
Although the Morena Baccara stuff you sent me, I think, is a little better. Just saying.
Well,
let's see.
I also saw an old image of Pamela Henderson, I think was her name, from Buck Rogers and Rollerball, in this outfit that she was wearing for Buck Rogers. The outfit cost more than the freaking entire scene, and worth every penny.
what was I don't remember. You'd have to show it to me.
She played the evil princess in Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
That wasn't Pamela Anderson.
No.
Henderson.
Henderson.
Hender.
Something like that. I know it starts with an H.
Like that.
I'm lucky I remembered her first name. So, and I've said that on more than one occasion.
Buck
Oh,
Rogers.
What's up, squirrel?
Yeah, I did the
You got-
baby back ribs and all the other stuff that goes with it. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, I did that for Christmas Eve dinner, and then Christmas Day we just had leftovers. Although Jackie and other folks.
Yeah, I keep telling my family that's what you're supposed to do is have it on Christmas Eve. You know, you have the big dinner on Christmas because you're supposed to sleep through Santa showing up type stuff. But no,
Yeah.
we have the big dinner on Christmas. It's like,
Yeah, so do we.
Normally I would too, but they come for Christmas Eve and leave Christmas afternoon, so I don't have to make two gigantic meals. So I'm okay with it, but as long as my boy is here Christmas morning and wakes up in his bed, I'm happy.
Yeah. It's Pamela Hensley.
Oh, Hensley, thank you.
Yeah.
I knew it started with an H.
Yeah.
I'm calling that a win.
Yeah.
My
and
feeble memory.
what was the fucking outfit?
She had like a rhinestone outfit. Oh, you said rollerball? Was she in rollerball?
She was.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was. She was a very small part. She wasn't even like one of the main characters. She was just in the background, lighting up the tree with the pistol.
is that an automatic mixer in the background?
Yeah, that's me mixing paint.
That sounds like a very wet fart. No, but it sounds like a very wet fart.
Yeah.
A pretty wet fart.
Yes.
I thought
With
I thought it sounded more like something like one of those kids' toys. that's got balls rolling around in it like the
Yeah, well, it
lawnmower.
does have I put a ball bearing in the paint.
Oh yeah, if they don't come with ball bearings, I automatically put ball bearings in. In fact,
Yeah.
Yeah, just make
Most of
sure
the-
you put in the acrylic one or get a one that won't rust.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
usually use the stainless or glass. I
Or
do use
glass.
the glass beads.
Yeah, we're
You can
doing
3D print them.
filet mignon for not that outfit for New Year's Day,
That's Buck
I
Rogers.
think, and maybe not even then because the boy's supposed to go to visit family. We've got a new baby being born, more or less as we speak. Any day now,
Oh yeah. Well,
there's going to be a new addition to the
congratulations.
family, and they already know it's going to be a boy, so even better. You got to have a boy, your first kid. That just makes sense. What are you doing, you weirdo? Oh my god. So no Christmas grapes. I am really glad to hear that. Yeah, I've got mixing balls in every one of my bottles of paint now, and I've got a few left over. And every time I empty a bottle, I wash it out and really clean those dropper bottles out real well and save the mixing ball for the next one.
Yeah.
Some of the bottles I got, I think the new speed paints actually have two mixing balls in it.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Crafting.
Yeah.
When you get your 3D printer back up and running,
Yeah.
your resin one, download
That's cool.
a model of a skull. Get like a skull.
Yeah.
Find a program so it doesn't have any voids inside of it. Like fill it in,
Yeah.
and then 3D print them just big enough to fit inside
Dropper bottle.
the dropper bottle.
Yeah.
And then just drop two of those in each
Skulls.
bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, when you're done, you can like wash off the skull and use it for something.
Yeah.
Reaper used to do that. They used to have little plastic skulls in their
That's
mixing
awesome.
bottles.
That's
It got too expensive, so they stopped doing it. But like when you were
right.
done your paint, you'd have a little plastic skull you could glue onto to a base or
Oh,
something,
you're
right?
kidding
Dude,
me.
what are you eating?
Yeah.
Look at that. Ripped all the primer off. Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
fuck.
That's probably the reason why I love spray primer. It just clings like glue.
Mm.
Well, yeah, usually I've used both, and I can put another. The thing is, I've been handling this mini with my hands. I don't have it based yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Do you have a
fine.
printer, Bo?
I do not. I have been debating it. My
Oh right.
my kids' cousins are big into 3D printing. In fact, they just got their second and third 3D printers. Where I'm painting right now, I really don't have any ventilation for it.
Mm. Yeah.
I
If you're,
could set
if you're
up
sensitive,
a
you want to
hood.
get that, but
I could set up a hood in the back of the room. I'm in the process of cleaning this room out entirely and turning it into a full game room. So eventually, I'll have I want to have a 4 foot by 8 foot table, and
a sheet of plywood.
yeah, because banquet tables are only like 3 feet by 6 feet, so you got to put
No,
wood over
no,
them.
no. Make one. It's a sheet of plywood. That's what they come in 4x8.
I know, but you got to put it on something. You can't. I mean,
Well, you can make the table.
A couple of wooden sawhorses and a couple of nails.
Yeah, well, be a
Nah,
little bit
I
more
would
than
go
that.
with something a little sturdier than sawhorses,
That's
unless you really are all about like being able to pack it up and move it out of the way kind of thing.
Yeah,
It was a basic example.
yeah.
no. It is a basic example. I think it's if you used like real sturdy sawhorses, and I do want. I will probably get like I said, put a sheet of plywood over a banquet table or something like that, and then screw
Yeah.
it down, so
That'll
it'll be a
work.
little sturdier.
But if you take the time to make it, if you've got the time, you can design the bottom to be storage for armies and shit like that, or terrain pieces.
Probably put some like IKEA drawers underneath it or something.
Yeah. Well, even just going to IKEA and getting the shorter version of the Billy that fucking shadows got back there, like 6 of them, and nailing them back to back in rows of 3. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then
Right.
slapping that on top, then slapping the board on top of that.
That's an idea.
Would probably be cheaper and more feasible for space and stuff like that.
I know Bruce has
Right.
done something similar, except in his case, I think it's just a dining table with the legs on top of that has a gaming board on top of that, so he has the dining table itself to use for storage.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
think.
need to go to like the secondhand stores and
Mm-hmm.
see if you can. Every once in a while, people will get rid of tables that are too big for their houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
And
was
then get
just
some
thinking something.
nice big comfy chairs.
Oh yeah. Oh no. The reason why I asked if you had a printer, but I guess if you know somebody that does, you can get the like those handles that the GW sells.
Yeah.
There are plenty of models out there. I even
Uh-huh.
have one that you can just print off, and
Yeah.
Well,
they're
you
like
know what I
30
found?
cents a piece if you print them
Okay.
off.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know what's cheaper than I just use pieces of 1-inch dowel with double-sided tape on them.
Yeah, but you know,
That's what I usually
a
use.
friction fit clamp top is a little more secure than double sided
Sure,
tape.
you still, I still have the base. I haven't based it. I haven't built the base yet. I've got
Squirrel
Yeah.
to,
and I
I would have
use
built some.
recycled like pepper and seasonal and bottles like that. I really like the
Hmm.
ones that have the grinders in them, so that I can put either my flock
Yeah, I heard you really like grinder.
or my actual sand, so that I can
Gold Star bow.
make it even finer. Because I just get sand from the local, desert, and even after I sift it,
So usually
it's
use for
nice to be able to
panels.
crush it down even more. I don't like using what is it, baking powder or baking soda, and yeah, poster putty or blue tack. That's what
Yeah.
I use when I do use them. I really don't use the handles much. I've tried it, and it's like, I don't mind holding the base.
Mm. So the one I have has 2 pieces that meet each other, and they have a little lip. So I'll grab the ring, and then I
Mhm,
twist my handle, and it pulls it like with a friction tight
mhm.
because the hole is an oval. So when you turn it,
It
the
becomes a
concaves
circle.
pulls together uh,
Yeah,
like a clamp.
I used some handles that were printed flat top, I should say, so you could just use double-sided tape. But then I discovered I actually prefer 3D printed nuts and bolts, because at least for smaller ones, because the bolt is small enough that it fits inside most small bases, so you can get at the instead of attaching to the lip of the
Oh,
base
okay. I know what you're
with
talking about.
most of
That'll
the
I
work.
I will
line,
send you
you
mine.
go
I
into
will
the
send you
interbase.
mine
Yeah,
later. I have to go find it in my
yeah. I never found one of those, so I definitely
uh
I like the idea of having multiple types of handles, because depending on the job, you're going to want different handles for different things.
well it's 3 pieces, the actual handle and then the 2 pieces that clamp the base together,
Yeah,
and then you put those 2 in, and
yeah,
then you twist it and it locks.
yeah. I was listening.
uh
I
but there are several
I never
different
found any of those online.
sizes of the 2 pieces at the top.
Yeah,
So like if you have like a 20 millimeter base or a 60 millimeter base or whatever,
yeah,
and then obviously print off as many of them as you need or want, right? So if you need one or you need 30 of them, just keep making more. uh but I will send you that, and they're designed to be nice and robust, so you don't have to worry about them like 2.5 millimeter walls and stuff like that. Uh,
nice.
and trust me, once you get like that thick, it's not fucking breaking. You can drop that shit on the ground, and it's
Sturdy.
Nice. I
Yeah.
There's one thing I've learned about miniature painting. I like having multiple versions of each type of tool because each version has its own
Yeah.
uses.
So I will look for that later. And if you haven't gotten it from me by the end of tomorrow's show, remind me.
I will certainly try to remember.
Well, that's what I'm hedging my bets on. Forgetting. Oh, I gotta go through my STL library and just delete shit that I'm never gonna use again.
Digital
Yeah,
pile of shame
with
is
my
the best pile of shame.
Yeah, because you can delete it and just forget
It's
about
not
it.
taking up over your closet. Yeah.
Well, I think I got at least a gigabyte worth of space that I could clear up.
Yeah, but freaking, you can get one of those multiple terabyte SSDs that are the size of a credit card for like $120
Yeah.
US. I got one of those for my kid
So
for all of his
$8,000
Steam
Canadian.
games. Well, he's got all these Steam games that were like taking up all the memory on my laptop. So I got him an optical SSD. I call it a jump drive. When I want to show my age. Yeah, it's the size of the size of a credit card, but about 3 times thicker,
Yeah.
Really?
and it's like terabytes.
Yeah. The thing with Steam games is why is he keeping them like unless he's playing them regularly?
Well, as I'm saying, he can keep them. He wasn't. Well, he was keeping too many
Yeah.
installed. He most of them he didn't have installed. He's got way more in his account than he does.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to have the ability to, I don't know, I guess play them faster,
Yeah.
upload it instead of downloading the game again. And I've got I've got fiber internet here. I mean,
Hmm.
I've got a good connection all the time. But I've got to decide if these are boots or if these are cloven hooves. That's my decision. I can do however I want.
Hmm.
Your hobby, your way, Bo.
My hobby, my way. If you don't like it, I'm thinking about doing this guy's turning some non-metallic metal on the head. I started doing the helmet with some NMM. Try to just like build up some grays and then add some more whites and see if I can get it. And then maybe at the very, very end, just sponge on some dry brush style,
You
stipple
know,
on some
you and
metallic.
Crafty both have been talking about non-metallic metals, and I'm like, why in God's name would I ever need that or want that when I've literally got 50 different bottles of metallics? Now,
Because
Because
it
I think it
doesn't
actually
look the
looks better
same.
than, you know,
I, I,
when,
I
because,
can't, I can't picture that. All I keep seeing is like the old Marvel and DC comics in their four color attempts to make things look metallic. I get it when
Well,
you don't have it. Knowing how to
you're
do it would be cool,
you're
but
not a comic book. First of
no, I'm
all,
not.
you have more flexibility and range than a four color printer from the
Oh, sure,
1930s. Uh,
sure.
and you also, if you look at, I mean, I'm not comparing myself to a Dutch master, but if you look at, or any of the Renaissance artists, they didn't have metallic paints. They had to paint metal with, ochre,
Hmm.
and they did a dang good job of it. I mean, if you look at a
yeah.
painting
Some,
like I said, one of the Dutch masters who high contrast with gold, and you're like, yeah, that looks like
I
gold.
honestly don't think Shadow knows what a Dutch master is. Um,
Oh, he does, but he only knows from his world,
Well, he
not
thinks
the
the Dutch
actual
master is a
world.
cheap cigar.
well, yeah, like it's in the
No,
box right next to the White Owls.
I don't smoke cigars, but no. My
Wow,
point, it's like this.
cigars.
It's like this.
Ouch.
I guarantee each and every one of you guys has 20 or 30 bottles of metallics.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
looking. I've
but
got
it doesn't
and
look the
some good
same.
ones too. I mean, I've got like Procryl and the Aho metal colors. I've got some good metallics,
Right.
but I just want to.
And now,
It's
I'm gonna tell you
my,
why. Because
my point,
I'm doing a Nurgle dude, and Nurgle dude needs to have some needs to look nasty.
yeah.
okay, here's my thing. Why would you, until you're really great at it,
Well, you
paint
don't get
anything other
great
than
until
like
you try
army men?
things. You
But
don't just like
Agreed.
why would
get
you,
great by flipping a switch. You got to do things to get great.
You get
and
great
if
by
you let me
practicing.
finish,
yeah,
why wouldn't you just learn to do that on like army men instead of like $20 and $30 miniatures, so that you don't have to like go, oh crap, I can do better. Learn to do better on another item, even if it was just cardboard. Okay, it's like, oh, okay, that's
Well,
starting to
that's
look
up to
like non-metallics
I
as opposed
don't
to
want to waste my time painting. I want to feel motivated. I'm not going to feel motivated painting dollar
Yeah.
store army man.
right. But I mean, you're
Yeah,
trying to
exactly.
learn to do the thing, but you're learning. It's like trying to learn how to fix a car, but you're working on a Lamborghini the first time you try to fix a car. Learn on a crap model, and then when you're confident that you've mastered it, do it on your more expensive.
Well, I mean,
Shadow, this goes straight back to the advice you gave me when I first picked up the miniature. When I first started picking up miniature painting, paint what excites you
Sure,
first,
Yeah.
but
and it's literally the same exact concept. If you're not excited to do it, no matter how much practice you're going to get, it's not going to be your best. You're
yeah,
not
I
going to
just, I
actually
just,
improve.
having spent so much
It's
time
gotta be open, ball.
stripping miniatures, I
right?
just,
Okay, that's another thing too. I mean, you've seen the way I paint. I tend to put my paint goes on in such incredibly thin layers that I could probably paint over these minis a dozen times before I lose any detail. I mean, I am all about basically glazing all the time,
I used
and
to
I'm not.
be,
Yeah.
but then I bought good paints.
I,
Uh,
No,
I,
no,
dude, I,
you should still be glazing,
this is pro
Shadow.
krill. This is motherfucking pro krill.
Yeah, and Bo, for non-metallic metal, glazing's like the primary technique you want to use. The next thing is like knowing light balance and things like that.
Sure, and that's where the
So
practice comes in.
yes. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I actually wanted to practice non-metallic metal, but I wanted to do it in a manner that would hopefully still look good because I do want to try that into this in a
son.
contest
Well, I'm not
online.
entering any
Uh,
contests. I've entered in precisely one
I'm a
contest and I did not win, place, or show. So
well, that's
I don't even
okay.
have to place. I don't even have to place in anywhere to be. I'm a competition dude. I'm a Magic the Gathering, Warhammer, the painting. I'm a competition dude. Not that I gotta win kind of competition, but I absolutely love the atmosphere of a good competition.
I
Not aggressive
understand, and I
competition, but a
compete.
good
I do compete
competition.
in other venues. I just don't compete with my hobby stuff. Well,
No,
not
that's
this
fair.
hobby. I compete in my other hobby.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, in this case, what I'm doing is actually trying to paint non-metallic metals with metallic metals,
That's
Oh
good.
yeah,
which has turned out interesting with the coppers because with the coppers, the color shifting. I don't have any color shifting. I don't have any metallics that go from red to light red in metallics. It goes from reddish copper straight to the goldish metallic copper. So in all the copper areas, since my little temps at it makes it look more like color shifting metallics than it does non-metallic metal attempt.
oh, okay.
But I have I have steels that go from a kind of a cobalt. It says cobalt metal. It's kind of a bluish to a shiny silver to a super bright silver.
Nice.
Well, it's from steel to super bright. So that one might actually look like a proper non-metallic metal through metallics. And this sucker, anybody who looks at this who knows the painting will take one look at this and said this guy has tried like five brand new advanced techniques on one miniature.
That's it. Yeah, the problem I'm having with this is I don't really learn well from videos. I don't really have anybody to teach. So I'm just sitting here in the dark, watch a video and then I
Yeah.
get it completely wrong. And then I try again, and then I try again, and then I try again, but that's okay. It's
Yeah.
not,
Well, that's how you learn, man.
yeah.
If you're not getting it wrong, you're not doing it right,
Yeah. Try
or
again,
some shit
fail
like that.
again,
Well,
fail better.
well, the Adam Savage's demerit badges are popular for a reason.
Wow. Popular because he's a big famous guy with a large reach.
Well, that too, but
and people like buying useless junk.
yeah, I won't deny that. I wouldn't mind having a couple of demerit badges, but that's because I've done some of that stuff that the demerit badges represent on more than one occasion. It's like Yeah, I'd love to remind myself not to do that again, and that's what I think demerit badges are actually good
Well,
for.
if you really earned it, a warning wouldn't stop you from doing it because it was an accident. In the
That
first
is fair.
place. I remember not to slip and stab myself in the finger. And then I slipped and stabbed myself in the finger.
Absolutely did.
Remember, locking the safety trigger on a nail gun down is bad. Oh. Oh.
What's everybody's resolution for the new year?
I was just thinking the same thing.
I don't
Write
make
more,
those.
write more, doom scroll less. Uh, Quitting smoking's on the list.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this probably won't be done this year. That would be I'd have only one right now, and it'll probably stay that way so I can actually do it. Finish the Hungry Halflings of Feastmore.
Oh, yeah. We gotta play that.
Yeah, it's almost playable. I took what you suggested, Justin, but I still decided to keep it simple for the extra character classes. But I still have
Yeah.
the hard worker and the thief. Those are meant to be NPCs though, like just general NPCs. The
Yeah.
classes are specifically for the players.
Yes. The point of that suggestion was mostly to fill up page space.
Yeah, I understand,
Uh,
and it's a good one, especially now that we're trying to. Me, whatever. I just,
yeah.
I think we
I,
is appropriate since you are helping.
I'm taking creative credit for the project, whether you want to give it or not.
Yeah. So I've been.
What about you
Oh,
guys? Any New Year's resolutions? Things you want to get done this year?
Uh, me, besides the smoking thing, pretty much what you said. I want to publish 3 books this year, in this coming year.
Really?
Yeah, that's my goal. 3 books.
That's,
I'll
wow.
be happy. I'll be happy with one, but more would be better. Oh crap!
I figure the harder the goal, the more likely I'm to get at least one done.
yeah. So Justin, what do you think of the pie recipe I sent you a couple days ago?
Uh, I only skimmed through it. It's a pie recipe, I guess.
Well,
Only 8 squirrel? Really? I literally have probably easy 50, easy.
What?
Different metallic paints, and that doesn't include the craft paint. Seriously, I've got two different sets of 10 plus this is all of the ones from the speed paints, a couple of Viejo 4 packs, a crap ton of Reaper
you know,
uh, metallics, and a bunch of old Citadel metallics.
you know what I'm having the hardest time trying to find in the way of metallics? Stuff like the original Army Painter metallics, those bright, colorful metals.
I have the
Everyone
entire
makes.
series of them.
I
Still,
can
like
find.
most of them are, they're not even open yet.
Oh, lucky you,
Uh,
because I bought them. They come out as pure putty.
Yeah.
The only thing I could
Nope.
do to make them work is add a little acetone and then throw away what is left, because then the acetone melts the plastic and the paint.
don't use acetone. Just use the paint thinner.
I have
Or better yet, if you're
The
patient,
salt.
you just add water. Well, add
Water.
some water first. Take a
I added
needle.
thinner. I let it sit for 2 weeks. And every couple of days, I would take it and let it sit, like tape it to a paint mixer for an hour. It
Yeah.
still remained putty.
I never. Those things are never. They're so chalky.
Yeah, take the end of an old brush, like a small one, and stab it into the paint as deep as it will go. Like remove the lid, and then get yourself a large bottle of Badger airbrush cleaner, or not airbrush cleaner, paint thinner. The the stuff for your airbrush,
Yeah.
and then just fill the rest of the bottle with that, and
That's
then
basically what I.
yeah,
It wasn't Badger, it was Vallejo, but that's basically what I
yeah,
did,
okay,
and it didn't help.
Really?
yeah.
So you want more of these paints? You said that you basically said they're shit, and now you're saying you want more of them.
I want more of the colors.
Oh,
Nobody,
You're talking the
nobody
Hardy
in the
thing?
modern line of paints makes those colors.
Yeah, you're
you're
like
talking about color
yeah.
matching.
No. What I mean is
Similar.
everybody makes hard metallics, not fantasy or
Yeah,
sci-fi
like
metallics.
that's a metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have that color.
Everybody makes coppers, golds, steels,
You
and
know,
that's
what
it.
you could do. I learned a trick from my local GW. If you want a red metallic, paint the item gold, and then use one of the red speed paints over it. Thin coat.
Blazes. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be what I have to do.
Oh
But
fuck! What's the name of the material that they use to give it the metallic sheen?
It's quartz, right? Are there little or
well, that depends
silica?
on the brand. Some brands actually use powdered aluminum.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
you can buy that off of eBay in little like 5 gram packets, 10 gram packets.
Yeah.
And then just take like a half bottle of a color you want and add like
Bunch of metallic to it. Yeah.
an old McDonald's spoon, like a Coke snorting spoon from McDonald's worth
Yeah.
of material to it, and mix it in, and it will be a metallic.
I've never heard of a Dolanwood squirrel Barnmaster. Of course, everybody's heard of that.
I know.
The other one,
Something I've worked with it, not for miniatures, but I've already done enough with it to know I could definitely use it on miniatures. Rub and buff. It is
I used to live down the street from a rub and buff.
oh, I'll bet you only know that because it was full of lady boys.
No.
The only kind of boys are ladies that Shadow likes.
Yeah,
Lady
yeah,
boys.
that sounds like.
Just remember, if she's over 5'7", she has a penis.
It's not completely true, but
It is in Thailand.
it is. Yeah, it is in
In
Thailand.
Vietnam and Guatemala.
Never been to Guatemala.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
Probably not.
I didn't.
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming there weren't enough ladyboys there for him.
No, there were. Well, never mind. There were too many of another thing.
There was enough
and-
lady boys, but there wasn't enough manly men. He's got to have manly men on lady boys.
Yeah. I forget the premise of the series is like Chad McFleggett with his harem of dudes.
All right.
That's Shadow's preferred genre of film.
Oh dear God.
Well, if you stopped making them, we wouldn't have this
Shadow's
problem
got the
anymore.
band hammer.
Yeah, because
There are rules around here. He made me see a penis. He gets this joke for the rest of time.
No man can make another man see a penis.
I told him, don't let that guy on. Do not let that guy
Oh
on. Shadow.
yeah. He was doing the dance from Silence of the Lambs, huh?
Do not let that guy on the stream, Shadow. And Shadow's like, oh, he knows this sci-fi stuff. Look, guy doing this.
hey, if I of all the people I've let on the show, one negative versus all the other people, like Brian. First time I met him, I had him on the show. I didn't know shit about him, and I'll call that a win.
Yes, and if Brian came on this show, I would have said let him on because he didn't have that vibe. He's got a vibe. It's a pervy vibe. I know. I recognize it. I've got the same vibe. But
He doesn't have pervy vibe.
But wait a minute, I'm confused now because the other guy didn't have any pervy vibe.
oh, he had a vibe. He had a vibe of I'm going to do something you're going to regret.
Really,
Yes, he did.
I just had only vibe I got was that he was from somewhere South America ish, and
I got the vibe the second he showed up in chat. I vibe
oh,
on
see
everyone,
now
bro. I can
now
see your
Justin's
auras
all
like I'm
full of
like
the
some
woo
sort
woo.
of raven freak or something.
Yeah, now you've got the woo woo. I see how it is.
But
Yeah,
it's called
where is Raven?
it's called
Uh,
she's finding another bottle of bourbon.
or she has to go to another Walmart for cake.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's her
I missed.
birthday. And all she does is get drunk and eat cake.
And pet her cats?
No. Her cats pet her.
Oh, all right.
Ow.
That's the dominance relations
I wasn't going to touch that one
dynamic in
either.
that relation.
Crafting.
Do you think Raven is in charge in that household, or do you think the cats are?
I don't think either are. I think her evil overlord is just using the cats.
Yeah.
Wait, there's an
Like
evil
Satan
overlord?
or Moloch or Beelzebub. I don't know.
Let's
what?
put it to you this way:
That place is haunted.
in the dynamic of witch to familiar, Raven is not the witch; she is the familiar.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Need some white paint.
Yes, it
Where's
is
my white-
weird.
Where's my white paint?
Just make sure you use a clean brush, or it won't be
Hey,
white paint anymore.
Yeah,
I'm.
don't.
It's
Go
the
ahead,
raccoon.
The raccoon is yes, the raccoon is. The raccoon is the one in charge. It has thumbs
Mhm.
and is sober, so it is in charge.
Yeah, I'm still
She's here to
waiting.
defend herself.
I'm okay with that.
I'm still waiting for one day we Raven pops up on there and she goes, "You hear?" Yes, yes. I'll make sure to tell them. Yes. Oh shit! The computer's on.
Oh,
Poor Raven. Oh, I just never. All I ever joke about with her is eating cats.
yeah,
In her mind, that's probably the worst offense.
yeah. But she should take
Maybe.
it up. It would solve many of her economic problems.
Oh, that's sad.
I need new shit.
Mostly her problems are there are so
You
many
need new
cats
shit,
and they ruin
Shadow?
shit.
No, I dropped one of those Shadows of Brimstone heads.
Oops.
Well,
Yeah,
you got like
tiny as
14
shit.
spares, so
Yeah, but that's not even what I picked up. Okay, look again. Oh man, they're tiny.
he dropped a head and found a totally different piece on the floor.
Yeah, I did. Well,
That
it
happens.
was just a piece of plastic nipped off from a
Oh,
sprue.
Oh, that's not as good.
No, it's definitely not as good. Definitely not what I was looking for.
It'd been hilarious. So that's where that damn knife went. And he holds up, sells this little like orc knife in his hand. I've been able to complete this fucker for months.
No, I found it. My
uh,
floor's pretty clean. It's just it was just
My
the
floor is
odds.
technically clean, but it's cluttered on the same hand because I have no space for shit.
Yeah, I've decided to get one of those plastic mats because this new chair's got wheels, but it just doesn't roll as well as
Oh
I'd
no,
like. So,
wheels do not like carpet at all.
no,
I have tile floor, like just normal tile, like the old ones with the little black speckles.
Yeah.
Um, linoleum, right?
yeah.
And it does not matter. Whatever I drop, like it just the floor is clean, it's spotless. There's no debris or nothing. But I drop something, and if it's under half an inch, it's just gone permanently. I never find that fucker.
I still lost a 6-sided die under my gaming table.
Oh, you never found that?
been 2 weeks and I still can't find it.
Wow, that blows.
Yeah, that'll turn up.
This is why you need to do what I suggested, because you
Or
can
we get
skirt
vacuum.
the bottom of the table, right?
Yeah,
So there's nothing for it to roll under in the first place.
yeah.
It hits the fucking skirt and bounces back off and is sitting right there.
Or
Yeah,
you could do
you
a
Mind
know
pool
you,
where
this
you're
table.
is
going
the
to find
guy that
it, Bo.
loses stuff on a linoleum.
You'll find it in the vacuum cleaner.
Or you
Yeah.
could do a pool table style and have holes in front of all the players, and then when they roll them in, they all go to your section of the table, so they can't know the dice rolls.
Well, that's
I love it.
we were playing an online game, so it just kind of bounced out of the dice tray or missed the dice tray or I
Speaking of
rolled no, I
dice,
actually rolled it in front of the dice tray, not in the dice tray.
So, oh, this way, metal.
Yep.
Sweet.
No, those are not. Those
Ooh,
are
that's
banned in my
pretty.
house.
Now, what you need to do is, I sent Shadow a link a long time ago. There's a thing on Amazon you can buy that is like, remember the dice popper from Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the board game? Yeah, you can just like throw whatever dice you want into
We
this, and it does the
hey, I'm
exact
sorry,
same thing.
Justin. We don't have sorry in America.
No, you have worship the Middle East country we don't mention the name of because wink, wink, wink.
No, he's giving
Hey.
you shit
America.
for the way you pronounce it.
He knows.
Sorry.
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 Sorry sounds like
This is a nice city. Visiting Surrey is a pretty okay place. It's not the best. There are better cities than Surrey, but
Hearing the word link reminded me, Justin. I found a superior. I don't. You said you might probably won't buy it, but just in case, I found a superior version of that night set. To me, it costs $10 more if I were to buy it here in America versus buying that one from Europe with shipping. But it is the night boxes individually instead of a set, so it comes with all the weapons.
oh yeah,
That $10 more, totally worth it.
yes.
that reminds
Buying
me. I never
individuals, so you
looked up
get
the some old Gray
Nice.
Knight Terminators. Not that I can afford them, but
yeah.
nice.
The one you just sent me
Excuse me.
is still British pounds.
Yeah, that's the way I have to buy it too. But it
What's up,
even with shipping,
What's up, Bob?
it's only $10 more
Yeah,
for me. I don't know about for you.
220 US.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say I'm not gonna stand any money, but I'm not signed in, so
Yeah.
I know they have like you can fish around for just about every part.
Oh yeah. Well, this
cool.
isn't the only ones these guys have. These guys actually specialize in 1,000-point starter armies.
Yeah, but you know those dice poppers. You can get the dice poppers, and then you never have to worry about losing your die if it's inside of a little thing that you tap and it.
Right, but you know, like if you're playing a role playing game, I get it if you're playing like a game that just uses 2 6ers. That's great. But if you're playing an RPG like D&D or something where you're going to use 4s, 8s, 12s, 20s, and percentiles.
Yes. Now, if you're only like rolling each one once, put them all into the thing, or get one for each die, whatever you prefer. You can set one. You can get a bunch of them, right, and set one up for every potentiality that you would have.
Yeah, that kind of takes away a lot of the fun. I know a lot
No,
of
you still get
people
the fun
have
of
like
popping the thing, but
yeah, but like I've met people over the years that have all kinds of different like rituals, blowing on the dice. They
are
need
you
a
that
cup.
person?
Yeah,
Or we're talking about your dice.
their own dice.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we're
They,
talking
they
about you sitting at your table, not wanting to lose your dice, or
lose
mar
my
up
dice.
your table because they're made out of
I've
metal.
had the same black and white set for over 30 years. It's the only dice set I use. I don't lose
Yeah.
dice. I don't lose shit. But other
Yeah.
people, Bo,
I lost a die, and it's fine.
Yeah, and also you get that nice popping sensation from
Sure.
the
Have you? I was
yeah.
just showing Jackie this afternoon. Have you
uh
seen those lame ass dice spinner wheels? You seen the commercial
You know,
for
like
that?
credit cards.
I
No,
know.
Yeah.
no.
it's a problem. It's a solution in search of a problem.
Yep.
But we know that, like the man said, people look for reasons, foolish reasons to spend their money.
I think it's stupid. I mean, it's not random at all. Every number is fixed in a position that makes it so it cannot be random.
Yeah, well, that's the same on a die, though, bro. Every die's number's fixed into position. It's
Yeah,
just
but it's
laid out
fixed in a
differently.
position that okay. A spinning wheel has only one way it's going to work, so you got to hope that wheel, even if it spins so many times,
It stands to reason that those devices. I don't know if you've seen them, Justin.
I
That
see
if
them.
you sat long enough, you could put just the right amount of spin on it to get what you want.
People are
Mm.
Better.
always trying to do things like that anyway. That's why. That's why, you make sure you have to. The dice need to move, so many inches, so people can't, palm them.
Mhm.
When you
Hmm.
throw the dice at the table, they need to, or go in the tray and bounce off of, at least two bumpers or something like that.
Right.
So you can't cheat.
Uh, well, if it's in a dice popper, you definitely you have the option of pressing down on the thing or pressing down on the thing.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah. Also, like you don't know if somebody comes up to the table with a set of like acrylic dice they haven't put in the microwave since they bought the thing, right? For those of you that don't know, if you want to
Yeah.
weight dice, a very easy way to do it is to
But
heat them
cheating
up.
in RPGs is the worst kind of masturbation.
Yes, that's
Why
why
would you
DMs do it all the
cheat?
time.
Why would you cheat in an RPG?
I can tell you why people do. Because they want things to go their way. Because
They're
they've invested so much time,
super gay.
they don't want to risk death or something bad, or the worst kind, in my opinion, are the show offs.
Well, then go home and get you a nice, go on to,
Pornhub.
Pornhub or something. Yeah, because that's all you're doing. You're just jerking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they just got like super fragile egos because
Hmm.
they're petty little bitches that didn't get their ass beat by enough jocks in high school. I am pro bullying.
You're pro bullying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of am too. Without it, society becomes incredibly soft, and we can't even imagine the consequences in a bully free society after about a generation. It would be unrecognizable to us. And I'm not saying go out and be one, but they're always going to exist in one form or another. And I look at
Well,
them as like as sort of like speed bumps and obstacles that you need to learn to traverse in life, as opposed to having someone do it for you.
There is like a natural state of bullying, and
Hey,
then
what's up,
like
Mobius?
being an asshole, right? Like you don't go too far with it, obviously, but
after 10 years at the MMA gym,
yeah.
I went back to my hometown and I saw one of the kids from high school that was a real bully, still in that same town. And we were in line at the grocery store, and I was picking some stuff up, to take back to the hotel room, and he would not even look me in the eye. And it was one of those situations where some folks wake up in the morning looking to start shit, and I woke up in the morning wishing that a motherfucker would, because I was
Mhm.
ready to, get some comeuppance. 20 years later, but
Yeah,
he
well,
would
see,
not.
that
He
that
would
that
not even look me in the eye.
that
Mhm.
is a common fate of people who engage in that sort of behavior. They get their comeuppance. Life dishes it out to them. They may have
There
been the
is
cock of
karma.
the walk in high school or middle school or whatever, but right after that, the rest of the world kicks in, and they've got they
Um,
spent all that time being a jackass when they could have spent time being somebody.
I'm not talking about that asshole that takes it too far. I'm talking about the level of bullying of like that guy that is just deliberately being a tard, and you have to call him a retard because he'll just keep being an idiot if you don't. And not because he has a mental problem. Don't do that to people with actual mental problems. But like the guy who's choosing to be dumb all the time, you know, that kind of stuff. Not
Or
the
weird and awkward
yeah. I- I'm
for
gonna
that
come to
kind of
school
attention.
wearing a tutu because I want to make you feel awkward.
Not gonna make me feel
That
awkward.
guy, that guy needs to be bullied.
Our entire school, that would need to be our school system then, because
Yeah.
when I was in school, the day before Halloween, opposite gender day, everybody was encouraged to dress like the opposite gender.
Oh,
Those people should be freaking prosecuted for that shit.
yeah.
Hello, Grimmer.
I
Yeah.
told everyone
Hello,
fuck off.
Grimmer.
There's
Yeah,
no way in hell
exactly.
there's no way in hell I'm doing that. But I got away with it. Got away with it because I could actually get in trouble apparently for not doing it. I said, "Oh, all the girls in our school dress like guys anyway, so I'm already dressed like a girl," which was technically true.
That those people need to be seriously investigated in every way possible. I would start with the IRS and work my way down. Anybody who fucking suggests such a thing
Yeah.
is. If I found out they were doing that at my son's school, I would be there the same fucking day. Like
Oh, that's
what?
why they don't. That's why the teachers and counselors don't have to tell parents what goes on in school anymore.
No,
It's
if
They
my
just
don't have
like
to
son,
tell
if
you.
my son came home because he would tell me, like, "Hey, you'll never guess what they're doing in my school." I'm like, guess who's going back to school right now? We're gonna have a talk.
and then you get arrested for being concerned about the welfare of your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would be smart enough to go live before I freaking walk through the front doors.
Yeah.
No, actually, you can't because, well, it depends. I don't know. And I do know in my town you were not allowed to record on school grounds legally.
Yeah.
So you come in with a camera on school grounds. That's just evidence used against you in court, not the school.
Yeah,
Right.
what they're only gonna watch the first 3 seconds of it and go guilty.
Yeah. 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 That's happened.
Oh,
They've.
that's all that the prosecution will show too, and they'll make
Yeah.
sure that the defense doesn't get their hands on it because it is some sort of
Well, he
basically
would
some sort
already
of
have
legal.
it.
There are
Well,
legal
in the
means
U.S., they
of how
have
you
to give
can't
you
use it.
the tape because that comes up in discovery.
Yeah,
Really.
but have to and do is like
Right, but if
two
they don't give
different.
you all the evidence they're going to use against you, then you can have the case dismissed with prejudice because
Yeah.
it's a violation of the United States Constitution to not follow discovery.
You would believe how many times you would not believe how many times they've done that and gotten away with it in your country, bro.
Well, there's a
Happens
lot
all the
of
fucking
ignorant
time.
people in our country that don't know
Well,
better.
no, the courts aren't ignorant of that. They just go along with it.
So you have time travel now, Raven, given the fact that we were gossiping about you about a half an hour ago.
If not
Yeah,
more.
yeah. Where
If not
were
more.
you?
Yeah,
It's
probably
not
more.
You
gossip.
weren't gossiping. No, bullshit. I was expressing my concern.
Or she's so far behind she didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's gossip.
It's common
Raven,
knowledge.
Raven, get a dictionary. Gossiping would suggest we're not doing it in a public forum, by definition. This is being live broadcasted. If we were over at the Starbucks talking about you in whispers, it would be a different matter. Also, none of us said anything we don't say to your face.
That's for sure.
That's why I said it's common knowledge. Most of it's common knowledge.
Yes, we know you heard everything, Raven. Like I
You're
just
shopping
finished
for
saying, it's
uh,
publicly
cake or
available.
bourbon.
we assumed you had not an eighth of bourbon, 3 cases of bourbon,
And that you shared with
and,
the Bigfoot.
and a McCain's cake because it's the only thing you had money for left after buying all that bourbon. And it was probably expired, so it was like half off. And
I don't know. I think she buys the cake first.
you think so?
Yeah, I know how much she loves cake.
Yeah, Raven. Also, you know where the link is. Get in here and take this like a man.
Besides, there's actually cakes you can have that will have, well, in this case, have bourbon in like an interior pudding, and the bourbon is still alcoholic because it was not cooked.
Yeah. Scotch cake. I've seen those before.
I much prefer very moist, re-moistened fruitcake. And that's when you take your fruitcake and you soak it in bourbon. Like you're supposed to.
Yeah, I did the thing with the eggnog and Kahlua, and it wasn't very popular.
They didn't like it?
They finished the cup I mixed for them. I might have made it too strong with too much eggnog or too much Kahlua, but each
did
cup
you
was
use store?
drained. But that was it.
They didn't want more.
Oh, they're Mexicans. They have no tolerance for alcohol.
What?
Yeah.
No, they brought a bottle of tequila with them.
Yeah, they like their alcohol.
How many Mexican parties have you been to, man?
You could have done it with the tequila instead of.
It's not a real party until their third beer run.
The only Mexican I've ever the only 2 Mexicans I've ever partied with, both of them proud Mexicans, well, at least Mexican descent, both of them claiming to be full Mexican heritage, were drunk after a shot.
No.
Like your common Japanese or Chinese joke.
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure? Are you sure they were even human? I mean, that's.
Yeah, how do you get drunk after a shot?
Well, you're also first off, some of this is relative, as I was drinking at the time myself, and 2, you're talking to a guy who could outdrink a alcoholic when in his teenage years.
Yeah. Most of us have, probably, had those bouts where we drank too much.
Yeah, I can't do that now. If I too much alcohol in my stomach goes flip flops.
I quit drinking the first time at 19. So yeah. Raven, type potatoes if the raccoon has a gun.
Type in potato chips if he's got using a potato silencer.
Oh. Send me some potato chips.
American potato chips.
I want all dressed.
No.
Sour cream and onion would be appreciated as well. Followed by ketchup.
It's weird. I can't. I'm not a fan of sour cream and onion potato chips, but I make sour cream and onion dip every freaking week.
Yeah.
The chemical mix they use for the chips we buy is just like, it just tastes so fake, and whatever it is they're calling sour cream.
It tastes like flavored salt to me. So it doesn't even taste fake. It just tastes like flavored salt, and it has no real flavor other than it's flavored, which is a flavor in and of itself.
Yeah, the dried sour cream dust or whatever they sprinkle on it is just.
Yeah.
I'm spoiled. I like the.
So is Raven going to get in the stream or what?
No.
She might not be even home.
And if she does, she'll just sit there in the corner not saying anything.
Or she'll come in screaming, kicking, and stirring shit up, and then her internet will die.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to have I'm definitely really well. First off, like I said, I really want to beat Raven in this and actually have this book finished by tomorrow. Yeah. But I'm really hoping to have this book finished by tomorrow because the last scene is extra dirty.
Yeah,
so I'm really hoping to have reason.
I think the transgender stuff disqualifies you. I'll put it up to a vote tomorrow, though.
It was a good smoothie.
Nobody wants that except for weirdos. I'm just fucking with you though, bro. So
He can take it.
But
As his
oh,
writing will testify.
yeah.
He can take it.
in the
Oh, yeah.
bubble.
No, because even she says that's gay.
What if it's a hyena penis? That's not gay.
Or
That's just
a
bestiality.
female elf penis.
Yeah, because as we all know, there's only one gender of elf, and that is female.
Elf.
There's just some with penises and some without.
Well, a few have breasts, a few don't. But what was I going to say?
I don't know.
How would we know that?
I had a complete brain fart.
Hey,
Never
how
mind.
would we know what you were going to say?
I don't know how to feel about this picture.
Squirrel says
It
we
was-
love Raven.
It wasn't like he was. It wasn't like he had a steady, thought process. It was a stream of consciousness over here.
I don't know how to feel about this picture.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't see what's in the right hand side. I see what looks like an elf girl on his
it's
right
the same
side.
on the other side.
Why is Santa Claus sitting on a throne?
Because he's Santa Claus, bitch.
No, why wouldn't he? What do you think he
Yeah.
does when he's not, like?
Have you ever seen Rise of the Guardians?
He's got 65. He's got 364 days out of the year to do what?
Supervised toy construction?
Yeah, and how do you think he does that?
With
With
a
an
white
iron
hard hat?
fist.
I don't know.
No. He has his own kingdom up there in the North Pole.
Okay, he has his own
He
kingdom.
sits in his great hall with his elf girls on either side, and this little lackey dwarf dude shows up, and he tells him what to do, and that guy goes to the factories.
You don't like it, Squirrel? Is it too?
There's a whip.
Is it too?
So you're saying that Mrs. Claus is an elf concubine?
No, she's the harem
It's not
mistress.
Mrs. Claus. It's Mrs. Claus and Mrs. Claus.
And Mrs. Claus, and Mrs. Claus, and
So
Mrs. Claus.
so you're saying that Santa Claus is polygamist?
The right kind of ist. There's only one ist I like, and that is polygamist.
Okay, well,
No. Does that not work?
no, I got no problem with polygamy.
Yeah, you're like some kind of Mormon, that's why.
No, doesn't affect my feelings about polygamy. It's whatever three or four or five consenting adults agree upon is really none of my business. As long as they're not defrauding the government, I don't really care.
And there's only one male to the grouping.
Well, technically, polygamy is either guys or girls. If it's just girls, it's polygyny, and if it's just dudes, it's polyandry. But, what do I know? Besides
Well,
English.
apparently that. I didn't know any of that shit. Never heard those words before in my life.
I don't know.
You speaking Greek?
I usually
Yeah.
just
Actually, it probably is, or Latin one.
I know. I usually just put it real simply and use the word harem.
Hello, Raven.
Yes.
Get your ass in here. It's part of the Beetlejuice thing.
Raven.
Right. And if we're going to say your name, we're also going to find a way to make it funny.
I thought you were gonna, if you say it three times, somebody like Garibay or Condor will show up.
Shit.
Condor did nothing wrong.
Aside from being a professional victim.
Shush. Last time I said that in the chat, in the conversation, he showed up in chat and said, "Why is everybody ragging on me?"
Oh, good. Hope he shows up.
Because you're a human trash panda, and
the point is you're supposed to say nothing but nice things about him, and then he complains while you're bad mouthing him.
That's fair.
which is
Fuck that guy.
so much more fucking funny.
If we didn't have, what would we do if we didn't have guys like that? The other side would have nothing to rage bait about.
If we had nothing but guys, if we didn't have any guys like that, we'd be on Mars right now.
I just think that the other side, they have to have some. I was talking about this with Shadow earlier. They have to have something to rage bait over to drive the clicks. Because nobody wants to talk about stuff that's just good. They have to bitch about something else.
Yep.
And I don't like that.
There's no need for that. I mean, if I don't know.
There wouldn't be a diversity in dragons, or even guys like, and I really like like Legion of Myth and those guys, but they rage a lot too. It's like, dude, just don't rage about shit. Just talk about shit you like.
Legion of Myth has kind of gotten away from that.
Nerdrotic and
Yeah, I'm supposed to hang out with Max tomorrow night before your game, Bo.
I like to call Nerdrotic and all those guys the official marketing department, because all the things they complain about would be dead by now if they weren't still advertising it.
amen.
I've never watched a single one of their shows. I don't even know who the hell they are.
Oh,
And
good.
I highly recommend you keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, the skulls are turning up pretty good though, so you can see the skulls. Wait a minute. Whoop. On the belt, so I can get a close up, get some more light on them. Yeah, the skulls are turning out pretty good.
I need to get some models I have finished up.
Ooga booga. The skin is still in the ass phase, but
yeah.
Doc, you know where the link is too. You want to get in here? Just got to save one spot for Raven for whenever she
never appears.
Finishes doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm shutting her down at in 44 minutes or whatever, because I got to get some writing done. I want to finish this and be done
dear
with it.
Penthouse Forum, you would never believe it happened to me.
Yeah, well, tomorrow is the last day of our writing cycle for this story, because we give ourselves a time limit and it's been extended already. So
yeah. Justin, to really mess with Raven, said, "All right, Crafting Gamer, if you join us for the dirty writing session, I'll extend it by a week." Okay,
it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow is the 2-week mark.
Okay, well, extended an extra week because you. I was not there for the first extension. I was there for the second extension.
Yeah. Which was super funny because Raven has written exactly 2 paragraphs in the 6 weeks that we allotted for this short story.
Yeah.
I've written a short novel in that time, and Shadow is creeping up on that same length.
Yeah, I hit like 140 last night. Hey, what's up, Cal?
So he's written a longer story than I have.
And I'm creeping up on. I'm currently at 15. I'm probably going to hit somewhere around 18 pages.
18 pages, which is a good short story. 10 to 30 pages. And our good friend Raven, in 6 weeks, has written 2 paragraphs.
Writer's block's a real thing.
What?
She claims to be busy. She's not using writer's block as her excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually my excuse.
And even
that's only been once.
Even still, she has a concept. She can at least write the outline of it down, which will help clear that out, right? Because that's like one of the best ways to clear up writer's block is to get down the raw idea. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, Cal, you're here. Perfect. Okay. I know at one point I told you that I was going to give away that box at the present exchange at my grandmother's. Well, come to find out, that he's a D&D. The guy, there's a D&D player among them. Guess who ended up with the package completely blindly or randomly? He just went up and chose that one without knowing anything. The D&D player.
Like a white
It wasn't
elephant
just
type thing.
yeah, white elephant type thing. Yeah, it's open to steal from each other, but none of us do it. We just go pick a package and we're good.
Right.
That's
funny.
pretty lame.
But
Dude,
but
Shadow, you think everything's lame.
No,
Well,
stealing.
that's not true. He doesn't think gay sex is lame. He thinks it's
Well-
best on film.
No.
Well, hey, you know what? Like I said, what a man and a woman and another man
Well,
and a
the
woman that
problem
used
is
to be
there
a
are no women
man
involved.
and a goat. Well, there's a woman that used to
And
be a
a
man
goat.
and a dwarf.
and the chainsaw of
Do
tongues.
and and record and put up on their OnlyFans is none of my business because it's just none of my business. I'm entirely too libertarian to make it my business. Just dude, fine. You do you, fam. As long just don't advertise it because I don't really. And don't try to teach my kids about it in school, and that's it. We're golden.
Oh.
About your little your Canadian deviancies.
No. I do not do this shit.
Bro.
Shadow is
Is what? I'm what?
You know what you are. A
Right.
producer of gay porn. That's what you are.
More of a connoisseur than a user, really.
No. Shadow is a producer. He
he's a
has
producer.
produced gay porn.
Hell, he probably invented the term.
I wouldn't go that far.
Way back in.
I
That was
know
funny.
for a fact.
That was funny.
I know for a fact. Not a hypothetical, not a fan theory, not subjectively. For a fact, Shadow has technically produced gay porn. And as we know, technically correct is the best form of correct.
That's what my oldest boy says.
I had somebody on my show who proceeded to jerk it. That doesn't mean I produced it.
It was your show. You were producing that show. It was on your show.
I'm
You
gonna blame.
produced it.
Well, wait. No, I guess that don't work.
And you did not follow the warning telling you that would happen.
You've warned me about a lot
intention-
of things.
And I've been right
One time
every
you're
single
right.
fucking time.
I never hear the end of it. Although you do make me regret that I deleted it and not saved it and clipped it and sent it to you randomly. You know,
For the rest of his life.
right. I really do regret that, but at the same time,
That would have been super funny, but gay. And I would have told your son about it because you would have deserved more
Nice
humility.
gal.
Wait, you already get it from him too, so I win.
might as well be the woman.
One day I'm going to meet your wife and tell her this story. You're going to get it from her too.
You'd have to tell it in Spanish.
See, senor.
Google Translate. Google Translate, baby.
And even then, there's a good chance she wouldn't know what you're talking about.
No.
Don't worry. I don't use Google. I'll use Jackie. I'll use Jackie Translate.
Oh, no, Jackie will have no part of that.
Oh, he most certainly will.
No, he will not.
I don't think so. He's pretty pristine.
I've already gotten
Puritanical?
him calling his dad gay, okay? So
Getting Jackie to tell his mom that his dad is gay.
Priceless.
Yeah, he's made that joke numerous times.
You said it perfectly, Bo.
She knows
Priceless.
better. Otherwise,
It's like
she
a
wouldn't
fucking
exist.
Hallmark commercial right there. Oh wait, no. What was the jewelry company? That was the jewelry company commercial, wasn't it?
De Beers?
De Beers.
No, it was.
Or is he talking the hair club for men?
No. It's you say the thing.
It was
and the other
MasterCard.
ones-
It was
and then the third one
MasterCard.
says
For some things,
priceless.
money can't buy. For everything else, was MasterCard. Yeah.
No, literally the line that we just said was the priceless. tagline was the commercial.
Yeah, for MasterCard.
Was it MasterCard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think so.
There are some things that money can't buy, like gay pictures that show up on your YouTube feed.
My favorite, of course, was the one where she
it-
kind of has to.
Yeah, Shadow. Here, I mean, Justin. Here's definitely a good one.
For those of you who remember,
For tickets to Mexico, tickets from Mexico, $500.
The memories
Proper
you make while,
proper translation book, $5. Telling your mother that your father's gay, priceless.
what's up, off grid?
Oh, great. Oh.
I'm moving the show down.
You're shutting the show down?
No, he's moving the show. He's gonna go avoid his wife, who's walking down the hallway, so he can not. She won't hear us calling him gay. I'm driving.
Actually, they're
She's
at
definitely
Shadow
behind.
Ashoto.
no, they're at piano class. I was just coming down.
Shush! It's funnier this way. Careful, Raven.
Oh,
Raven, you should not be drunk driving. Drunk driving is technically illegal and probably dangerous. So listen to Cal. Be careful.
Jackie's learning piano, so he's going to be less gay than his father. Good to know.
As a pianist, he's going to be less gay than his father.
Nothing inherently gay about the piano.
No. But
have you seen the way he dressed?
the person that plays it is called a pianist.
Liberace's closet.
Hey.
Which is still isn't as gay as you.
The guy
who's rating Liberace's closet? Who's rating Barry Manilow's closet?
Jackie.
Jackie dresses.
Yeah, he dresses like a sophisticated and urbane gentleman who has not produced gay porn, unlike his father.
I don't know, the top hat while riding a bike is a little much.
It's funny.
It's steampunk.
Yeah.
There's nobody in my county that knows what steampunk is.
That's okay. You know what it is? Not producing gay porn like his father.
It's the Key and Peele skit. It's little coagulated blood.
Oh
Yeah.
I just recently started getting into effect paints.
The very first mini I ever painted, I took a toothbrush, I dipped it in some red ink, and made some blood spatter.
Yeah. Well, until I actually pulled out the until I had the blood paints, I didn't actually have a reason to do blood in most of my paints because the orcs maybe I could like the Warhammer orcs maybe I could have put some blood on their choppas, but that wasn't too important. It wasn't until the last couple of minis where hey, I have the blood, I might as well use them. But once again, they didn't need them. I could have done fine without them. Like I painted up for my sister a graveyard golem. And I went extra hard and put moss in certain places, gave it grass, gave it some flower tufts, and I gave it a big eyes bleeding with a puddle of blood in its mouth and a puddle below it.
Are you talking about the one from Archon Studio?
No, Reaper.
Okay, because I have both.
I'm still waiting for the Archon Studio stuff to show up, and
I really want to find a really nice, big ass treasure golem. Because I want to hit the players with that.
I think I have one in my 3D printables. Actually, I'd have to double check my stuff.
Toblerone.
There's a 3D printable version that is designed to be printed at any scale, so it can be huge if you want.
I like Squirrel Hermit's last comment.
Yeah, thanks, Squirrel. What a pal. I totally approve on the Toblerone, and I just saw this holiday season. You guys have seen Toblerone. It comes in the triangle too, right?
Yeah.
The honey.
I saw like the jumbo size where it's like at least 2 inches tall.
Yeah. That's actually the normal size.
Yeah, Shadow. I've seen like you want to talk about jumbo. My Costco one year, I only seen it once, and probably should have gotten it, but I didn't. Literally, this thing was 3 foot long, and each one was a foot tall.
Well, they're like 3 inches tall, 4 inches tall, or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, probably more like 6.
I measured
Okay,
it.
maybe
I'm
a
like,
foot.
Yeah, they're like this big.
I'm not the best at measurements. Okay,
They're like this big.
speaking of
He
measurement,
he
Justin,
tells his wife this is 6 inches.
Justin,
It's 3 millimeters.
speaking of measurements, how big was that guy again?
I have no idea.
What you just thought of it?
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
the part that got me is when I immediately seen his legs and he was the same color as the sheets. It's like,
No.
See, I've erased all that from my memory.
you see,
But-
yeah. Well, admittedly, I just like Brian, I am a degenerate.
Connoisseur?
So,
What?
no, degenerate is a better way of putting it. And I've seen enough of that my first thought was, dear, why does that guy's leg shaved? The dick immediately did not interest me at all. It's like, why is that guy's leg shaved?
Yeah, he was fucking hairless from the neck down. I
One of those
couldn't see
Egyptian
him
cats?
above the neck, but
Just like an Egyptian cat.
Yeah, he was fucking hairless.
Even if you looked at his arms, even his arms were shaved.
How do you guys remember that shit?
Because it's burned in their memory. Why is it not?
Yeah.
Why do you not remember it?
Dude, I don't remember what I don't
he's
remember
so
what I had for
heavily exposed to this content. It's just another Sunday afternoon for him, right? It's just what he sees all day, every day. Because like we've never seen his garage once, and you know what my theory is that he's got a bed out there with like it's set up like a fucking bedroom with a couple like
We've
set
got
walls
a
that can be
3-car
pulled.
garage.
Shut up! I don't believe you. I think that's
I can
like
go
a
show you right
decoy.
now.
You're hiding it. It's hidden from your wife, so she doesn't see the set that he films his gay
See,
porn.
You see, she thinks it's a 3-car garage. It's actually a 4-car garage. He just has the 4th car walled off with all his miniatures, and there's actually a secret door that he can open up.
Yeah. He doesn't actually have miniatures
I'd
in
kill
there.
for a secret door.
He doesn't actually have miniatures in there. It's just like a decoy for the set to his gay porn studio.
Mind you, he had to lose a little bit of room for his gay porn studio simply because he had to put up some noise barriers noise cancellation foam.
Yeah. There's a fuck pew and a swing and a bed covered in latex.
You can't forget the '60s outfits. Disco was king at one point.
Gold chains and a disco ball.
Yeah. There's just it's halfway between like a bedroom and a set from a Freddy Krueger movie.
I was thinking Hellraiser, but okay.
Yeah. You got all the chains hanging from the
Drukari set. Oh.
Yeah. There's a couple of guys just chained to the wall.
And then they're not even like when you see them, they're not even like feed us or anything. They're like, "Hey, could you get us a sip of water, please?" Yeah, he forgot to give us some water
scene
earlier.
from Pulp Fiction.
What? I don't have the giant freaking hamster bottle.
No, you forgot to fill it.
Yeah. He's got the hamster bottle, and they've all got hamsters too, Richard Gere style.
I know, Squirrel. I know.
Oh, sorry,
Cal.
Cal style.
It's hold on a second. I'll take you on a little tour of the sex dungeon. I don't know if the light's gonna work. I've got one of those.
He's trying to prove to us now that he doesn't have a sex dungeon in his garage, but we know it's behind the hidden wall there.
Oh,
right?
shit.
So if he doesn't open up the secret door,
it's a disaster. But
and show us.
There's the bikes. There's the car.
Yeah, I see the door right there. There it is.
What is he? No, that's the door to outside.
Yeah. Prove it. Go through the thing.
Oh shit! That's an effort. Hold on.
Yeah.
And there's the freaking desks, the work tables that never get used because they're now storage containers. There's my blades, just some of my blades. That's actually the Highlander sword from the movie.
The real one? The actual set? The actual
No,
prop?
no, it's a
replica.
replicate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's-
know.
I got those three swords: the curved one, the Highlander, and the other long sword for less than $100 at the last gun show.
Uh-huh.
Why aren't these things hanging up on the wall in your studio where they can be
Uh,
seen on screen?
because there's no room
Especially
in
when
the
Shotter
studio.
was still alive, because he hated that shit, so it would have really bugged him more.
The what do you call it? The studio. I'll show you that too if you want. There's like no room. I've
Okay,
got one.
okay, we were wrong, Justin. The secret room isn't in this. Isn't in the.
He never went through that door.
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
know what's on the other side of
Secret
it.
room isn't in the garage. It's actually upstairs in his painting room. That's why he doesn't have any room up there. He walled off the actual recording room
No,
And
there.
there's
that's
a
the
window.
only empty space, and that's where the next Arduin map is going. And damn, those maps are freaking huge. I cannot find a picture frame for anything over
I
40.
told you that. I told you that exactly what's going to happen.
Well, Raven is so far behind, and she does not catch that I keep telling her she's far behind.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the man said. Some folks are so far behind they think they're winning the race.
Yeah.
Shadow.
That's a good one, Bo. I've never heard that one before.
Shadow. You can just buy some acrylic and a piece of MDF and
Yeah.
some 1x1 and
Yeah. I'm probably just gonna bite the bullet and go to Hobby Lobby and have some custom frames made.
that will cost more than buying some acrylic and some
Well, yeah,
MDF.
then it's not going to cost more than it's going to cost to buy the table saw and the jig and all that shit. That chances are, like my Proxon, will get one use and then it'll sit in the closet for years. I bought that Proxon like 2 years ago. I
You can
made
actually
one.
get them to do cuts at Home Depot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh,
I've had them do that before, and it's always off by a quarter inch, like intentionally. They literally have a sign that says, it won't be exact. And I'm like, can you get it close? Like an eighth of an inch, maybe. I can maybe work with that, but it's like, no.
Well, a problem is you're asking people who don't want to work in that section, have no idea how to use a power tool to cut a piece of wood.
actually, they're trained how to use it.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Even the
you
girl,
press button, you pull lever. Yeah, they're
yeah. I
trained
mean,
all
I
right.
can do it myself, but God help you if you try.
Well,
Fucking
Well,
lose
at
the
that
shit.
point,
that's an
you cut
insurance
your
thing.
finger off. They are liable, even though you did it to yourself, which is stupid.
Yeah, like
but-
Yeah.
Raven, we've only got 17 minutes. You better hurry up.
Yeah.
she's
You
not
got-
going to
wait,
get that for at
no, no,
least 5, maybe 10.
Yeah. And she's not up to date with what we're talking about now.
Yeah, exactly. She is far behind.
I have,
Ooh.
excuse me, but I have oh, she's talking about the haven't written more than 2 paragraphs in the last 6 weeks thing, I guess.
Yep. That
Uh
would be figuring.
yeah. I've got a life too, Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
We all
don't.
do.
Yes, I
Your
do.
life is Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
I actually had Taco Bell this week.
Yes, you did.
First time in like 3 years, though. So
Oh, why are you talking about Taco Bell like every single show?
because it's funny.
Uh,
It's like a catchword.
It's
or
almost
whatever.
as funny as the gay jokes. Harm World maps are
Almost.
4x6, full color vinyl with grommets to be hung by. See that I can get behind.
Yeah.
Because like it's gay porn.
Throw in some nails and you're good to
Thank
go.
you, Bo. Almost as much as gay porn. Every time you're into something now, Shadow.
Love you, Shadow.
No, I know it doesn't bother me. I probably laugh at these dumbass jokes more than you guys.
This guy's starting to look pretty decent. Starting to come out of the ass phase a little bit.
I actually got 40.
Shadow knows a lot about coming out of the ass space.
Oh, he came in the ass face.
Yikes. That's pretty fucking nasty.
So here's the question then. Do you make the tips of the horns brown or the bases of the horns brown?
Well, it depends on what you're doing.
Depends on what
If
you
you're
mean by
painting a
horn.
horn, you make the base brown. If you're doing a shadow movie, the tip
Oh.
is brown.
Speaking of shadow movies,
Oh, dear God.
Bo, did you hear
I'm gonna have to
the
rename
name?
this stream, aren't I?
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of shadow movies, Bo, did you hear the name of the magical item that just overpowered magical item Justin recently got his hands on as a character?
Oh no, I want to hear about this.
The dragon throat horn.
Oh.
Yeah. Shadow tries to tell me it's from Arduin, but I think it's from his fucking sex dungeon.
You shut the
It's
fuck
from
up. You
Grindr.
know where it's from. You saw it
Shut
on the
up,
internet.
it's funnier if it's from your sex dungeon.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you fucker, you actually went and looked it up before you were technically allowed to
By accident.
by accident. Yeah, it was a really good session. Oh, check this out. Grim missed the last couple of sessions, and he wants me to run him through the session I already ran everybody else through.
How would that work?
How?
Exactly. I'm like, dude, are you? What kind of meds are they giving you? How do I do that? Okay, roll, and whatever you roll, it doesn't matter because it already happened. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna have to like tell them a bedtime story, of what happened, because it's like it doesn't work that way, buddy. How do I do that? It's you know, it's weird, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he literally wanted to be in that dungeon more than everybody else because he'd grown up hearing about it like a lot. So
Well,
Yeah.
we're unfortunate to still be playing this game in October
but I
October.
really do hope he gets better
of
real
next
soon.
year.
As
I
a matter
was
of
gonna say
fact,
that's
Yeah,
I
that's
got a
why I said
package.
we're unfortunate.
my Christmas package from him that I need to open. But since Jackie's gift is not in there, Jackie doesn't want to do the video with me, and I kind of get that. It's like them sitting here watching me open a present full of things that are not for him. But I'm just like, oh, and speaking of which, I also got something else. Where is that box? One of my viewers sent me something. I'm not really sure what it is, so I got to
we
be
know
very.
about your viewers though.
Yeah, you guys. They're the only viewers I
Well,
have.
your
guys.
other viewers.
Yeah,
I haven't showed my pickle off on the Shadow and Sun stream, so I guess I'm not really a true fan.
Oh, there it is. There
I
it is.
guess neither am
Yeah,
I. And
show
I
off your
never will be.
gherkin.
Okay, right off the bat, what do you think? Can you see it?
Ooh,
No.
the shadow.
It's the
Make
sealed Coca-Cola Shadow Radio drama records from the old Coca-Cola mail-in from the 70s. It's still sealed, the record, but I framed it because I don't have a record player, and even if I did, I wouldn't open it and
No.
play it. I got to find a place to hang that. But somebody sent me this. I have no idea what it is.
Cool.
Open it.
Uh-huh.
Open it.
It's
Open
a little.
it.
It's a little.
You want me to open it,
thin for
guys?
the-
Want me to
yeah,
open it
yeah,
here?
open it. Open it. Open it.
All right.
But wait, put yourself large first. You put,
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea. I'm just gonna.
Put it
I'm
not-
off
we-
to the side or
I
whatever.
didn't take off the shipping label.
Yeah, I take the shipping label off. We don't need to incriminate anybody. I don't need anybody's home address.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they wanted to be anonymous once again. I've had a couple of people do that before, and they want to be anonymous. I can't imagine what the big freaking deal is, but
Sometimes you don't want people to know who you are. I mean,
no, they don't want anybody else to know who sent
Yeah.
it.
no, that's what I mean. Like,
I'm like, what are you sending me somebody else's property? This is stolen. It's not like it's a one of a kind thing, right?
I can still actually kind of understand that on the Shadow.
Oh shit! No freaking way. I think most of you won't give a rat's, but
Dawn,
Dawn
Dawn
Patrol.
Patrol?
yeah,
Is it Avalon Hill game?
no
No,
TSR.
TSR.
Oh,
It's right.
TSR Classic.
And this box is in oh my god, this box is in such good condition. It's like never been played kind of condition. I mean,
we'll
the
see if the
corners.
cardboard's punched out.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to see. Oh, and there's a bunch of dice. Cool. I don't think they're the original dice, but I'm not going to complain. Gift horse in the mouth and all that sort of thing. The map looks like it's never been opened. But let's see about the counters. Oh,
Well, they're all still there's probably the original
Never
dice
punched.
too.
Wow.
Well, I want to see you play it live with Jackie then.
yeah.
If you can get Jackie to sit still.
Right,
No, it's
right.
weird too.
The book also has cards that have to be cut out, which kind of blows. So I'll just take it over to Kinko's or something. And I think this is just nothing but a book of. No, I guess it's the actual rules, but it's got the cards are part of the cover, I guess.
Yeah, I hate
But,
that. When they do that.
yeah, and it's got all the little flyers from the stuff, even the envelope and the survey and stuff like that. Wow.
Oh, those I love. I
Oh,
always, I joke. Good.
Oh, no way. No freaking way. Written by, wait, was it Mike or Max Carr who was the sculptor?
Matt.
I thought it was Max Carr who was the sculptor
Max
for Heritage. They must be brothers. I didn't know that. I thought there was just Max Carr, which is a great freaking name for the next character to join your game, Bo. But yeah, this is.
There's always room. There's always room at my table for more people.
Yeah, but it's GURPS, so.
But you know me. I absolutely love flight sim games, even though I'm terrified to get in an actual airplane. But this is gorgeous. I mean, it's a nice. It's the nicest box I think I have. And yeah, I might even see if I can find some like 15 mil scale miniatures of Sopwith camels and things like that.
This is why it's good to go back to that conversation about 3D printing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just find a model and just print out a dozen of them, and
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And some flight stands.
yeah.
Yep. Nice. I'll probably do another video for this later, just so they get the credit
Yeah.
when I open Grip's package. Because seriously, guys, I have, other than the sealed copy of Boot Hill and Traveler, both sealed, it's easily the nicest condition box I have. Although my original D&D or Dungeons and Dragons Blue Book edition. Is that the Moldy Cook?
The Metzer Blue Box?
Yeah.
Expert set?
No. The basic set.
That was red.
No, it's the one with the dragon and the wizard and the fighter on the cover, looking at the dragon sitting on the pile of gold.
Oh, it's not purple.
No. It's literally the nicest box set I have.
What do you guys think of that picture?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think it looks good for like a RPG picture, like especially stuff that in like in the dice rolling section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So someone generated that using AI.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good usable picture.
The only problem is the six the five the six sided die on the five. It looks like there's two more pips at the bottom.
Yeah, that kind of looks like dust or rocks or something.
From here,
Yeah,
it kind of looked like it messed up on that and made two more half pivots at the ground level. But
yeah.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with it. Oh,
that's forgivable. Like that's easily airbrushable. Just airbrush them a
Well,
little bit fatter and make them a little oblong, not oblong, but a little off shaped, and you never rocks.
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I was just like add some white and get rid of them,
Yeah, or what? Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
excuse me, guys.
or just ignore it.
Yeah, that is true. Like
Uh,
Justin and I didn't do much discussing it. We did a little bit of discussing about the pictures that I want to put in the hungry halflings of Feastmore.
That is a really good name. I got to give you that.
Hungry half more is a feast more. Halflings a feast more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it's a pretty good name.
And I'm not I'm really not a Hobbit or Halfling fan outside of the Lord of the Rings. I really think it's been kind of not just overused, but almost it's almost not blasphemous, but it degrades the original to an extent. I haven't played a halfling or hobbit character other than an NPC since I was 14. I just
Mm.
I had no
Everybody's
appeal.
got a line, I guess.
A lot of
I
people
mean, if,
still
if
love it.
that's your line in the sand, that's just interesting for me to know, I guess.
Well, no, I just one out of respect for the original, author and everything like that. I don't know that he'd be thrilled that people are playing hobbits, but at the same time, I think he might be literally overjoyed that they are. And for me, there wasn't enough heroism and whatnot in them as a playable race without just basically kind of being one of the Lord of the Rings characters, with a different name.
Well,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's how I feel about elves too, man. Elves are like the biggest NPC race in the whole freaking mythos.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know because there've been so many other, at least decent elven characters over the years in
Not,
other
but
things.
yeah, and right in other works by other authors,
Yeah,
but not in Tolkien.
yeah. No, Tolkien NPC elves all the way. They're 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 too uh, homogenized in their attitudes about everything, whether they're wood elf or whatever, from Mirkwood or uh, Rivendell. They all just seem the same to me, and I get it. They're not meant to take away from the humans and the hobbits. They're supposed to be background characters for the most part, but I don't know. With elves, at least, Bo, according to like AD&D rules, there were so many different things they could do or be.
Mm.
So for me, it's easier to imagine them having a lot different, a much more varied spectrum of personalities. Where hobbits, they could be thieves, they could be fighters, they could be fighter thieves, and that was about
Oh,
it.
sure.
So
And
it's like, well, if that's all you can
Oh,
be, then
I
what's
oh
up,
I
Dean Paul? Just as
we'll
we were
blame
about to,
Gygax for that then.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the restricted like classes and shit.
Hmm.
Like I understand there's things like you're technically physically incapable of doing, or
Right.
things that would be morally dubious for your people to pursue,
Yep.
but outright restricted from doing.
Well, then why not? But why not have um, Hobbit wizards like in Willow, right? The Ron Howard movie.
Yeah, like I said, if it's physically impossible, it would make
Actually, this
sense.
one is in
Or
pretty spiffy shape. It's
well,
uh,
like,
my understanding is at least for certain things, especially the hobbits or halflings of D&D, they're just not motivated.
oh
The
wow.
dwarves are the ones that bug me the most, that they have all these class restrictions. Like, wait a minute, one of the most stubborn, motivated races in the world, and they actually have some of the worst class restrictions.
Yeah.
Okay, not only is it in beautiful condition, it's
But
got
it's
the original.
autographed.
It's got the original crappy chippable dice,
Nice.
Oh, the
Never use them if they're chippable.
yeah.
and this one's actually got the crayon markings on the 20 because you had to mark it with crayons to
Those
get.
dice are worth a pretty on the aftermarket.
But the book was, and it's also got a secondary set of armory dice that I didn't know about, which I'm probably going to take out and throw in my emergency dice. Wait, oh my goodness!
Emergency dice.
I've actually got. Check this out. I should probably give this away, just because I've got the original book that came with it and the second copy. And this is it was yeah, it's the Holmes edition, edited by Eric Holm, copyright 1974, where your characters could go up to all of third or fourth level, and then it was time to retire. This, by the way, is the version, the only version that L ever played, as far as I know, or was it? Was it White Box? I'm not sure. And of course,
L.
it's the original B1 module, which is one of my all-time favorite modules for TSR, just because it left it up to you to fill in what monsters and treasures were in each room. And it's also got somebody's original characters, some really old graph paper. No, it's just graph paper. But it's got a character standee that someone hand drew, cardboard, taped together.
Cue,
It's got an article in it from some newspaper. Imagination rules the play in Dungeons and Dragons, excuse me, from the Tribune.
this is where Harrison Ford says, "Memories. You're talking about memories."
And it's even got the picture of the Irene's devil, probably trying to, stir up some shit. But then it's got another newspaper article from Parade magazine, the San Diego Union, so I know where they uh, where they lived. But it's got a Parade magazine article, new
Parade.
college craze. Anyway, it beats swallowing goldfish, and it shows some people all SCA'd out. Which it turns out I didn't know, but I found out recently. The SCA was partially founded by what was that author's name we were talking about? The woman,
Oh,
Anne
the
McCaffrey.
pedo. Oh,
No, Marion
Emma,
Zimmer Bradley. Worse.
the pedo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of the original founders of the Society of Creative Anachronisms. Who'd have guessed that she was also into banging her own daughter? Oh, hey Raven. I guess we're going to stick around a little while longer. I'll let you in. Sorry about that. Of course, she's over
She hasn't been
here.
there long.
Sorry. I was looking at other things. Welcome to the show, Raven. How you
Hi,
doing?
good.
How are you, Raven?
I'm driving and I'm fine.
You sound like
But
you're eating cake.
I ate a whole cake today already.
Oh yeah.
That's how you celebrate your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Damn straight. I got to go get some more.
How many bottles of bourbon have you drunk?
I have used great restraint today, and I haven't drank
So
a
only
bottle
5?
yet. No. I'm still on the first one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it with you in the car?
No.
Okay.
I'm a responsible.
You know you're supposed to wait. What was it? 5 hours per glass or something like that. Before
I
Really,
don't
doing.
5 hours?
Yeah, it's something like that.
I thought it was much less, but okay.
Yeah.
Like 2 or
Something
3.
stupid like that.
A lot of factors to consider.
Right.
age, sex,
Body weight.
body weight, physical activity, amount of food you've had.
Right. I was going to say that one too.
Yeah, a good ballpark is around 5 hours. Take a nap, you should be okay.
Okay, I've got to run in here. So
If I move,
I'll be back in a
Yeah, at
minute.
the liquor
if I
store.
move out my extra copy of Star Frontiers, I can actually keep this up here on the shelf behind me. Sweet.
Okay, hang on.
That was the most impossibly difficult game to actually play
What? Star
Star
Frontiers?
Frontiers.
because it was like half a game. It
And
was
this
not a.
is coming from a guy that plays GURPS.
GURPS is like 8 games, and you've never even sat in one of my game sessions.
Yeah.
My game sessions are
Yeah.
legendary, bro.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah, everybody's heard about them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were talking with Omenal the other night about how and why he left because of the whole eBay the role playing game. It was a little much, but
eBay, the
I'm
role
still
playing
there.
game, huh?
Yeah, most players expect a bit more fast travel or moving it right along. You know, cutting out some of the more mundane tasks.
No, I don't look. It's like the real world that moves as well as you want to move. And if I have to say to a player, "Hey, it's your turn. What are you doing?" Don't expect me to move the game along.
Mm.
You know,
Uh,
it's
I don't roll that way. There are times that because you got to read the room. Other players are there too. And while one player may be like digging what you're laying down, if the other ones aren't, you kind of either have to move it along or find a way to get them to engage in the same situation. And if people are separated, then you absolutely have to get it back to where everybody can participate because nobody wants to sit around for 45 minutes waiting for them to be relevant in the game. They could easily be on their phone or not at the table at all if they're going to spend 45 minutes waiting for it to be, like you said, their turn. And
no. When it is their turn, when it's your turn, when no one is doing anything at all, then it's like the man said. If you're not doing anything, then nothing's happening. But the world is still participating. The world doesn't care if the players engage or not.
Yeah.
right, but nobody wants to, you know, do some of the things that you've had us, or required us
Yeah.
to do.
I think the real big problem is Omenau said something about being like he took medical or whatever, and you wanted him to like actually know the details of suturing something or something like that. It's like no, I do medical shit. My character knows. I don't need to know that. Character knows that. I don't need to describe every little detail of bandaging his wounds or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 sides to every story,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to bother with his
Yes.
because it doesn't do any good. He's not here to defend himself, so it's fine.
Oh.
Oh, Raven just died.
I'll refrain.
Okay,
All
I'm
right,
right here.
Ray, what's going on?
Lies, Raven, lies. You are not right there.
I heard a thud.
I'm right here. See?
Yes, we know.
I heard a
it was
thud.
joke.
So
Yeah,
I heard a thud. I heard a crash, a screech, a squeal,
And when the
twisting
officer
metal.
says turn around and put your hands behind your back, just
Resist. It'll be funnier for us.
I was gonna say run. Just run. Run like the wind, Forrest. Run like the wind.
no. See what'll happen is there'll be a bright light and Raven will say, "Finally, they take me at a good time."
Remember, Raven, walk into the light.
Yes, into the
Yeah.
light, not away from the light, into the light. Run, run, screaming. Uh, preferably, preferably discarding your clothes. You won't need them where you're going. And
Waving your arms above your head, screaming like a crazy person.
Yes. That I can do.
that's just another Tuesday.
You guys pick on me so bad.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're the only one.
Did you not watch the rest of this show? It's like
No, that's
2
what
hours of us calling Shadow
Yeah,
gay.
in fact, I'd say it goes in the
say what?
we lost TCG.
As it
Oh
was
my god.
breaking down the history of abuse on my channel.
Oh,
Oh my god. Is that him,
Well,
Ver? Yes,
I
it is
don't
him, Ver.
abuse you guys. That'd be my New Year's resolution.
What
Yeah.
happened, Crafting? I clicked you and you didn't come in here. Son of a. What the shit? I've never seen that happen before. Hold on,
What?
Crafting. I'm trying to do this with half a hand. Oh, seriously? What the shit?
Excuse me.
There you are. Yeah, are you in? That's what she said. But
No, in your case, Shadow, that's what he said.
I was just thinking that.
I don't know. My computer itself. I know because I have my second computer open. So my computer itself, for some reason, just disconnected from the internet, while my internet remained just fine. But it seems to be fine now. So.
Modem hiccup.
Oh! Raven drive.
What?
Someone's breathing into their mic.
you don't use half orcs and half elves, Squirrel? Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. Dean, if you wanna jump in here, I guess we're gonna stick around a little while because it seems mean to get Raven in here and then go. Bye, Raven.
I've done it. I've exactly done that.
Yeah.
That's why I use the word Dean.
Yeah.
And Squirrel, you know me. I absolutely I hate racist class. Well, then why aren't humans also just humans and not fighters and thieves and warriors?
Because humans are meant to be what everything is not. Human. That one I'll have to agree with Legion admit. Humans are meant to be the thing that nothing else can be, which is everything. While everything else has their
that's a
niche in
load
the
of horse
world.
shit. That's a load of horse shit. Elves are meant to be things that humans can never be. Hobbits are meant to be things that humans can never be. All of them are, by their mere existence, meant to be something that humans can't be.
Well,
And there
that's
are
where I completely disagree with level with race. Every single, especially the long-lived races, should have actually higher
Thank you.
levels than get higher
Exactly.
levels than humans.
It should literally be the opposite. I like, for example, me personally, I think elves should be the ultimate masters of magic. They are
totally
creatures
agree.
of magic, whereas humans should be more limited. But because we are
but
humans,
get a
playing
variation of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is something I've always believed. I've always believed that the fan, well, to say other races, non-human races, should be able to go deep with their classes, while humans can go wide with any class.
Mm-hmm.
That actually I can get behind that, because you notice there's no such limitations in a sci-fi game, and sci-fi and fantasy are still both fantasy, in strictest of sense. So why
sci-fi,
why
science,
is
fantasy?
so
No,
why
it's
why why
fiction.
the why the
Fiction? My mistake.
discrimination in a sword and sorcery game when your sword and sorcery game may have it where the lizard men are the oldest race, like in so many stories. The reptilians were first, and therefore they should be the ultimate in crystal technology or magic or whatever.
Yeah.
But yet nope, humans are better at everything because we're humans.
Yeah, it's main character syndrome. It's generally bad writing.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's Dean. That was correct. Welcome to the show,
I don't.
Dean.
I don't like humans as being the superior unless they're like the older race. But I definitely like humans being the ones that can do the more well to say the things that other races can't because humans have such a short lifespan. They've got to put their mark out there any way they can,
Right.
and
It
humans are
makes it
also
makes
by
a lot of
far the
sense,
most adaptable.
especially if humans are like the young race, that they would be, sort of through evolution, the race that has evolved to be able to do things that the other races can't do. But
Uh-huh.
at the same time, there are races that have got a lot more experience and
Oh yeah.
mastery of other things, and to say
Well,
that they
well,
can't even make magic items in your game because
well,
of level limitations is ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous,
well.
but like,
That's where we go
if
to
you're
that one. Crap. Oh,
if your
sorry, my.
story is focal pointed, like your game is focal pointed on the human experience, which is the point. It makes sense that like the humans would seem more developed. What should be the stuff you're not seeing be more of like a mystery, a wonder, like the magics that the elves can do or whatever is wondrous because it's not familiar to your experience. But at the same respect, then having it just completely locked off to the player instead of like being a greater barrier, like maybe you have to learn several other things. Like my character in AD&D, I have to go from a fighter to a thief to bard, right? To get to bard. Well, maybe if you want to be a magic item creator as an elf, you have to whatever class you're selecting. There has to be like 5 or 6 steps between that goal,
Mhm.
right?
I
Like
actually
you
really
have to go through the character development.
I actually really enjoy that aspect of the bard and think there should have been other paths to reach that like archetypal class, you know,
Yeah.
um,
Well.
but that was never a
Well.
thing, and
I
it was a
mean,
lot.
the third edition tried that, and they didn't always do it so well.
Mhm.
Yeah, and when it comes to humans being more developed, seeming more developed in some cases, that is partially due to how magical some of the races are in how much versus how much technology humans need to use in some cases. But it also comes down to not comes down to, but it also an excellent example of how I think it can appear that way is from the what was that book that had the human raised by elves and his stepmother was lusting after him all the time?
No,
Uh,
Face in the Frost.
No, that was a bad book.
Broken Sword.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you, Broken Sword. That one's an excellent example. Elves didn't have a lot of the trolls that did
Yeah.
because they don't have that kind of magic, but the elves had the ability to process. I would presume, given the way he put it, aluminum and maybe even other types of alloy that is that is in some cases superior
We're about to
to
lose you
steel,
again.
but against them not
Why are you
because
whining?
superior. So
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
elves especially would be one of those, especially if you put them in those circumstances, which I do actually kind of like, would be one of those races that really would have to develop higher than the other races because
Yeah.
they have to have access to these other materials.
I find it really stupid that he chose aluminum in that book because
Yeah, aluminum's a terrible
aluminum.
metal for combat.
No. Do you know how we extract aluminum? Like you can get
No,
raw aluminum
Sort
deposits, but
of.
it's very rare.
you stop whining.
Aluminum is mostly a
Yeah.
byproduct of the process of iron.
Yeah, I do know that aluminum in high quantities can be found in a red dirt that is commonly mined.
Literally, it's like the way we have aluminum now. The way we extract it is as a byproduct of refining iron.
Don't we get it like from bauxite?
Oh yeah, but I'm
but
saying
that's part of that process.
Well, yeah, but is that one of the processes that they were talking about was getting it from a red dirt. But given the fact it's red, that probably means it is iron dirt anyway. So
Okay, so now that I'm here, first off, hello everyone.
Hello, Deepak.
Second off, speaking of designing humans, I'm gonna ignore the mental side for now. But I always thought that humans, like, instead of what is it?
I am very pro designing humans, against uplift, but designing humans.
Oh, you're picking apart my phrasing, gotcha.
Yeah, it's
but
a joke.
I always thought like a stat block for a human should be like instead of like focusing on versatility, it should be like how we are like, like how endurant and how pain resistant we are if we're just talking the physical. So like a saying is like you stab an orc in a heart, but you stab a human twice just to be sure.
Oh yeah, well there's I've only read one of the books, but it was I personally enjoyed it. It's Humans Are Space. If you look up Humans of Space Orcs, you'll find this. I think it's called something else, but basically it's a series where humans come to find out live on a class 9 death planet, and there are 10 classes. I mean, we are high gravity. Our atmosphere is toxic. We have lethal plants and animals. Apparently, in this universe, very few races evolve on worlds that are as violent as ours. So, and there, the one I did talk about, they were showing a class of students, and they watched a video of what happened with a human got his arm blown off in the middle of combat. He literally picked up his arm and proceeded to beat the guy who shot him or cut his arm, I forgot which, to death with his own arm. And several of the classmates just threw up right then and there.
That people can't do that, bro.
It has actually been documented, but it is an extremely rare thing, like 1 in a billion type thing.
Yeah. Bo, do you think that could be done?
You know, are we involving like drugs?
No.
Human adrenaline is a complete. It's supposed. The idea is humans have so much adrenaline that occasionally they can survive what seems to be impossible for a few moments, long enough to kill whoever.
I like the idea of humans as as basically the predator nightmare in some extraterrestrials' worst dreams. Because I mean, think about how we're the way we predate and the way we evolve. And like you said, I mean, we're not even good for this. We're not even good to live on this. This planet tries to kill us. We all have bad backs, we're sore all the time.
Oh yeah.
We have to the way we walk upright, and I mean,
I'm asking you: is it possible for you to get your arm ripped off, pick it up, and then beat the thing that ripped your arm off?
I couldn't do it. I'd go into shock.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they are. I think the most cases we ever seen was in World War II. They have been actually. So a couple of them were actually properly documented, and it was believed that it was shock the guy was in. He technically should have been dead, but his body was in shock, and he was in a raging shock.
The thing I'd worry about is how quickly he'd bleed to death.
Right, because the exertion that it would take to beat somebody to death, even if your arm was still attached, would force
the arteries.
You'd be with each swing, you'd be pumping out more blood right out your open wound.
I think you would probably.
I never said any of these guys survived.
I think you would probably bleed to death by the time you picked up your severed arm.
I can see that.
No swings or nothing.
Which is weird because some animals like bears and things like that, you can literally put a bullet in them that's lethal, but they're still coming at you.
Well, people have done that. I've seen pictures of people shot hundreds and hundreds of times, and living long enough to kill the other guy before they die. That's actually pretty common.
Maybe a dozen times. I don't
Only
know if
no,
it's
I mean
others.
there was a I'll find you the pictures. A guy was a
Okay.
it was a bank robbery in, well, of course it was Florida. But this man
Well,
was
we're talking about
so
Well,
humans
that's a
here.
whole different argument there.
We're talking about humans here.
this man was so full of holes that what put him down was a police officer finally snuck up behind him and put a round of buckshot into his head.
Well, buckshot.
But he'd been shot with handguns. He had more than 50 holes in him,
Okay.
and still in the fight, as it were.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
just the guy who has sold his soul to the devil. That's different.
Well, Florida,
So at least
right?
the
Florida.
PCP. You can sell your soul to PCP.
Oh crap!
Definitely. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, no, nothing ever good comes out of that. It's a horrible drug.
Methamphetamine will do that.
I think meth is worse, but yeah, plenty. But I am gonna have to call it in 4 minutes, guys. I got to get to work. I've only got a few hours left to finish this.
My progress on the night.
Sweet.
What kind of
Sweet.
night is that?
Let me blow you up, Bo, so everybody can see what you're.
He's some kind of chaos dude from Age of Sigmar, and I've just been
Nice.
working on
I like that axe. And
trying to get him out of.
The axe looks like it's got bullet holes in it.
Oh, it's
It's
rust.
rusted.
Definitely a Nurgle dude.
It's a Nurgle dude. I'm gonna proxy him into a Death Guard army somehow.
You should have mangulated a bolter and put it on the back end of that axe.
That'd be cool.
So it could have been a gun as well.
I've probably got some old combi pieces I could glue on top of it if I really needed to. But a lot of the
you know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's an option for Plague Marines just to have melee. So
Yeah.
But I just picked this guy up a long time ago. I thought he'd be fun to paint, and I've probably put 3 or 4 hours into him so far.
Yeah. It looks sweet.
Needs a little more work, but you can always put more detail into it.
And I see what you mean about those the feet looking like hooves.
Yeah, that's why I painted him. I painted him sort of a dark brown black, and put generous rust everywhere and all the metal. I think the skulls turned out pretty well, but everything else is just okay. He's okay. He's not winning any awards, but
Take care, Off Grid.
he'd be fun in an army. Next, I got 30 zombies to paint, and I'm not looking forward to them at all. Those are going to be like contrast paint, and that's it. Speed paint, because
Do you have a bunch of other things you need to paint?
I've got a whole army over here that I picked up onesie twosies.
Okay.
Like some guys like, hey, I've got these guys here, and I'm like, well, that's a really good price.
So what I was going to recommend is, if you're not looking to do the zombies because you got so many of them, is to alternate.
Yeah.
Like, so do one zombie next, then do one of the other thing, then one zombie, and that way you're not doing.
I'm actually way better at putting the plastic minis together than I am painting them. But
Me too, bro. Me too.
I picked up, one of my old coworkers wanted to get into Kill Team, and the new Kill Team starter box is actually reasonably priced by Games Workshop dollars.
So like $500.
Well, yeah, it was like 90. But what I usually do is if I'm going to split a box, I usually price the rules and the terrain as 1/3, and then each of the 2 teams as 1/3. So I ended up getting this Kill Team for like $30, and they're fairly unique miniatures. They're the old Death Guard collectors ones that were only available in Japan like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But they're monopose. But the way I put monopose minis together is I cut the pegs off, and then glue them together, and then scrape. And also there's a peg for the head, and I cut that peg off too, and then I put the whole thing together, scrape the mold lines, and then put the head on. So they're
Mm-hmm.
much more. The seams tend to disappear, and I think those are going to be the ones I do next.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. You want food, don't you? Yeah, you freaking.
Mm.
But I want to put. I want to do like a whole army and a display board. I'm not interested in playing because I'm not interested in being raped by the rule books, especially. Hey, look, here's a codex for $75. Oh, just kidding. It's not any good anymore. You've got to buy all this. What the hell do you mean, man? They
Yeah.
get you coming. And I'd rather. There are guys that still play like second and third edition, and you can get those rules for free.
Yeah. I just watched a thing by Discourse. What's her face?
Oh, the rage baited chick,
yeah,
Discourse Miniatures. Does she
yeah.
have a penis? I think she has a penis.
I don't think so. I think she's just Irish and dumpy. Uh,
Okay then. So Shadow,
he's not there.
what are you what are you working on?
I'm working on the miniatures I got for my son for Shadows of Brimstone. There's 6 highwaymen that are mutated by the Black Rock. You know, it's kind of like
All right, I'll feed you.
Company.
All right, I'm gonna feed this cat. If I don't feed this cat, I'm gonna. All right, come on.
End up like
so they
Raven.
mutate and they've
Someone
got
sludge.
tentacles and sort of like
Come here.
mind faces and stuff. So that's what I'm working on right
If you
now.
haven't watched one of our
Nice.
Shadows of Brimstone reviews, then I understand actually. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the reason why I brought up what's her face is she just did a video talking about how GW was releasing free rules for all their armies
Feed
for Christmas, right?
Come on.
But they're all based on like the pre-revised rules, so
Okay.
they're broken.
Go.
Kind of pointless, isn't it? Then.
Kind of pointless.
I mean, how would it really kill them in their business model to hand out something free and usable?
Here's what?
Well,
Not in theory.
not
She
in
fell at
theory.
the
Not
show?
in theory.
During? After? Right before it started?
Would it hurt you?
Come
to
on.
do something that
I'll get you a little bit of food.
Yes, but not in theory. That's a good T-shirt.
Come on. Okay, I'm only giving you a little bit.
Bo is slowly becoming a raven over there.
He's got to negotiate with the cats. lay down the law, break out the taser, and watch everything just fall into place.
If they resist the taser,
I gotta
that's
get
gonna
off. I'm having a family emergency.
Oh,
Okay, I hope it's nothing too serious.
No,
I'll see
I
you
just-
tomorrow. I'll see you
well,
tomorrow.
Bo, I just sent you a link to where you can get a bunch of models for a decent price.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he caught that.
He'll see the link in this chat.
Yeah, I sent the same link I sent you, Justin.
Well, yeah, I'm not getting that. I'm not spending $200 on knights.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say goodnight. I gotta get to work and knock out a couple of chapters before tomorrow. Well, not chapters, but pages before tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll have failed, and I'm not into that. So,
Yes, you are.
and I might not even succeed. I still have minimum of 10 pages to write.
Well, you know
Yeah.
how the saying goes. The first step is by doing.
Yep. So
The second step is
course.
to continue to do until you succeed.
First step of 1,000 miles. The journey. The first step of the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step.
To Taco Bell.
I thought you split it off into like first you will run 500 miles and then you walk with 500 more.
Nice. You
Gold
win.
star.
You win. You win the chat tonight, Dean Powell.
Yeah.
And
You
everybody
guys have
else.
a good evening.
Have a great evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Justin's show at noon in that weird time that I'm not part of. Everybody else, have a great evening. Hope you guys had a great holiday.
Yeah.
And
Raven just disappeared for the last bit of it.
yeah, I think they pulled her over, and if you start seeing the lights, then you'll know. Uh, but she's in black and white, so we won't even be able to tell what color the lights are.
No, that's her steering column. I think
Yeah.
she left her phone on while she went into Walmart.
To get some cake and bourbon.
They sell bourbon at Walmart?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's As a matter of fact, I know they do. It's all in the glass. I saw some.
That depends on your Walmart. They don't sell anything that hard in my Walmart, but there's enough liquor stores they don't really need to.
Right. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else have a wonderful
Tomorrow.
weekend, and if I don't see you by New Year's, Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
saw light. There's light.
We'll give her another minute. Say goodbye.
Yeah, I heard her.
Hello?
Thank God.
Hello. We're
Just-
saying
just-
goodbye now.
Just in time to say goodnight, Raven.
Oh, that's good. At least I could say goodnight to everyone. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Were
God.
you in Walmart getting drunk?
No. I was in Walgreens, and I got all I needed was a pack of cigarettes. But I had to stand here behind a bunch of idiots that they're just clueless. So then I ended up buying popcorn too. But anyway, yeah, it took forever.
You fell for the
Boys, when
gimmick.
I'm in a hurry, you know.
Stand at the checkout long enough, you'll buy something else.
Yeah, exactly. And now I got some cheddar popcorn I can have for dinner with my bourbon. Yay.
Okay. So when you go home to celebrate your birthday, I want you to immediately boot up your writing program and do nothing but write until 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow
That's what I'm
afternoon.
planning on doing.
Okay.
Yeah. How many pages does crafting have?
15.
Yes.
You have
You
18
don't-
pages?
15.
You don't need to worry about the pages. All you need is a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it to be somewhat coherent. Doesn't even have to be very coherent, just somewhat.
Okay.
I've strung a lot of my chapters together with a couple days later or a week later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one that is more coherent between the two of you, not the length, more coherent, wins. But it has to have a beginning, middle, and end.
Okay.
By 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Right. Gotcha.
That is 13 and a half hours, I think. Something like that. Okay.
Okay. Always look better
Remember-
under pressure.
I should be dead
Remember-
before to go to bed.
Remember, you had 5 more weeks than crafting to do this in.
I've got a busy life, okay? Damn it, you guys don't have all the responsibilities I do.
I
Clearly.
most certainly do.
Oh, yeah. You go grocery shopping, do you?
Yes, I do.
There you go. You order it online and have it delivered. I bet.
I do that as well.
See, I told you.
But I also go out. I also go out grocery shopping.
Oh, okay. All right. You do your own laundry?
Yes.
You clean the house?
Yes.
You take care of 20 cats?
No.
Nobody
I'm
does.
not insane.
No, but nobody takes care of 20 cats.
The pet
I'm
shelters
just
do not
kidding.
take care of 20 cats.
I know, right? 8 cat shelters. 20 cats.
No, it's probably more like 16, actually.
And they've got full staffs.
Yeah, Raven, going
Yeah.
from 20 to 16 isn't much an improvement.
Well, it helps.
Yeah,
little bit helps.
yeah. The thing is, you don't realize is it was 20, and then it added 16.
No. It's not that bad. Not that bad. But, if anybody out there would love to adopt a great cat, let me know.
Well, what you need to do is find the local Chinese food restaurant
Uh-huh.
and ask them that question.
Yeah. Funny. All right. Well, I will see you tomorrow morning then. The challenge is on.
All right,
Gotta
folks.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy trails.
See you, everybody.
Thanks.
Party on,
Bye-bye.
everyone. I'm gonna go write the underscroll for my show tomorrow that says Raven lost.
Oh, come on now.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.